Shut up and sit down.
Boom. There you go. We got there in the end, folks. Apologies. I got yattering with him and forgot to press the button. Yeah.
Yeah. We just
Anywho.
can't help ourselves.
Yeah. So, anyway, folks, hello, and welcome to another Friday Frolic with me, Colin, Festa 67's workshop for now, and him, the GNU for now.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
More on that, no doubt, will come up during the show, but yes, folks, it's... Yeah. Anyway, if you'd like to help keep this channel going and the content coming, head over to patreon.com/Festa67's workshop, or click the join button in the corner below this or any of the other videos and become a member or a Patreon. All goes in a pot and pays for all of this and keeps the channel alive. Or you can press the $ just down underneath the chat in the middle. Underneath the chat.
In the middle.
That puts your name in a big glowy box, a nice little super chat, and you get both on screen. Air guitar. There you go, folks.
I thought you said Volavant then, and now I'm hungry.
There you go. Now the people that matter, which is this box that's along here. See this big black one with all them coloured names in and all of that lot? That's the important people. And first up, we've got Sprue and Glue. David's in, says, hi, Colin Fox and all in chat. How do you geese, all right?
Hello.
GNU's in, saying good evening, as am I. Bill's in, says evening modelers and modelettes. Modelettes, that's got a ring to it, isn't it? What else is going on there? Altered Railway 1820, Jake says, has anyone been outside within the last hour? Yeah, the Northern Lights apparently are a big thing tonight, so I don't know whether you're all seeing it, but apparently you can see the Northern Lights quite well tonight, so get out and have a gander if you can see it.
Ooh, I've never seen them.
Yeah, Bobbins is in with Technicolor Arts. We've got Betsy straight in with a belly bench and beverage. Yes, belly bench, beverage, and biscuits, folks. He's got chicken fajitas. Bench is some polystyrene for the World War I trench diorama. Bevy is OJ and lemonade. Biscuits, the old biscuit barrel, he says. Dark choc, digestives, cookies, and ginger nuts. Gets in.
You know what he did? He rolled out the biscuit barrel.
He did. I just want to check to make sure my volume ain't on my iPad because I'm getting an echo.
LWM has put a £5 super chat in and says, just checking the super chat button.
There you go. Thank you very, very kindly, Bill. That is absolutely spiffing of you, mate. Many thanks. It'll be put to good use, mate, because, yeah.
Working button confirmed.
Absolutely. There you go. Have yourself a love art of gratitude. Apologies for the echo. It was me. In the rush to get the stream set up, I forgot to mute my iPad.
Oh, good point. He says muting his iPad.
Yeah, so it ain't just me. So, yeah.
No.
So there you go. PJ says, evening, Betsy and Scam Modelling Case. I've got a message from you I haven't read yet, PJ. I will get round to it at some point, mate. Apologies, mate, if it was one you're expecting an answer on. I literally have only been downstairs about 10 minutes or so before we went live, mate. So, yeah. So I've literally just grabbed my phone and I've scrolled in there and there's one that needs to be read, mate. Yeah, the lights are out. My first time seeing them tonight, and they're super bright. Yes, folks, it is a brighty thing, mate. So, yeah.
I've never seen them. Where are you, Jake? Where are you in the UK? Tell us.
I think they're visible down pretty much the whole of the UK, mate.
Wow, really? I'll be legging it out when we finish. Let's have a look.
Pop it up now, mate. I don't mind. I'll keep it going.
No. All the cloud will appear the moment I go outside. All cloud.
There you go. But yes, folks. So what are we up to? How's you and my mum? That's the important thing.
I am fine and dandy, thank you very much, although I'm sweating cobs at the minute because it's uncomfortably warm. All good here. My morph is fine. She's gone to bed now.
Oh,
so she's fast asleep. But, yeah, nothing to report here. Just had a busy week, but not busy at the bench. Just busy with real life and stuff.
Oh, right, yeah.
Not really been up to much. Tonight, I was going to do some painting of my Solar Auxilia, but you know what? It's too hot to do anything that involves thinking.
It is a bit hot, isn't it? I've got to put my fan on, actually, saying that.
what I'm going to do instead is just build some nonsense. And the nonsense I would be building, which I forgot I'd ordered, was the Tusker Boss on More Grunter, which is basically a big pig with a dude on the back. It's an orc thing.
Hey, mate, that's happy days. Yeah, it's a grunter. That's what you are. You're a grunter.
Yeah.
You're always grunting.
What does that make you? What does that make you? Yes, that's what I'm going to be building that.
We're throwing names, are we? Okay, like that with you, is it? Right.
Yes, I'll be building that because it's a little less thinky than painting, and it's too warm to paint.
Oh, lammatins.
It says cloud over Devon, cloud. I'll start that again. Jake says it's all over the UK. Cloud cover is Devon and Norwich. That's all right. If you're in Devon, you ain't going to see nothing like that. No.
So it did there.
I'm not. Do you mean for once people in the north will actually get to experience something that everybody in the south gets to experience? That'd be nice.
Well, the geography, it should be more visible to you than us first anyway, because you're further up.
Yeah, but we normally get all the clouds from the Pennines.
You're almost in the Iceland, mate. So, you know what I mean? You're not
I'm almost Greenlandia.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
John Christmas is in. He says, hi, guys, and chat. Hey, John.
Hello, John. How are you, me old Muddy? Buddy even.
Muddy. And PJ's in. He says, evening, Betsy, scale modelling chaos.
Hello, PJ. How you doing, geezer?
LWM says, belly cold cut salad, bench, and hang on, start that again. Belly cold cut salad, bench. Brackets and bench.
Salad. He's got cold cooked salad.
Salad fun. I don't get the sentence. Belly cold cut salad, bench, brackets, and bench and on the bed as well. Brackets. The 1/200 scale bucket wheel excavator, bevy, tea and biscuits, just digestives.
Oh mate, that's a beast of a kit.
Yeah, he put a picture up in your group, didn't he? Like it on every surface possible, all the bits.
He did. Yeah, bless him.
PJ says he can't see the Northern Lights, too much city pollution, light pollution.
That's the downside living down here, mate.
Yeah, we'll probably get the same.
Yeah, we get a hell of a lot of light bleed, mate. So it's
Yeah, I did see the Perseids once and the Leonids, the meteors, but
there we go.
No joy. But how are you? And how is my mum? And what are you doing tonight?
I'm all right, mate. Yeah, like I say, I went and had a late power nap because I hadn't had a kit since Tuesday, and I was a bit docile, drained, and all of that lot. So I was instructed by she who must be obeyed. So I put up resistance and immediately went upstairs to have a lay down.
Yeah, that's significant resistance for Festa.
And I am carrying on a bit with my Rucker Truck squig buggy because Ringo is literally just there. And, yeah, I was going to do a bit on Ringo, but I'm filming that, so I want to focus on filming it. So, yeah.
Cool.
So, yeah, I've been doing a bit of everything this week, mate, as you well know. So, yeah. There's a lot going on in the background as well, with, obviously, changes to the YouTubes and all of that lot, as well as keeping an eye on the wife, because she's getting edgy now because she's under the knife on Monday.
Oh, yes, it's Monday, isn't it?
So, yeah, she's having her talons clipped on Monday. I said that out loud, didn't I?
You said that out loud again, didn't you?
Damn it. But, yeah, so she's very, very nervous, bless her. So.
Oh, well, please send her big hugs and love from me.
Yeah. She's so nervous that she's spending tomorrow having Pims and cucumber sandwiches at the Oval Cricket Ground. So
I would think that's a good thing to do.
So, yeah, I said, go up there, take your mind off it.
You just want the house to yourself for a day.
Not at all. She's going to come back looking like a lobster. I will mock her because, being Scottish, she's only got to look at the window and she's like Two-Face out of Batman. You know what I mean? It's
yeah, the Scottish half of me knows that all too well.
So, yeah, so she's going up there with Lex. So they're going to have a day of cricket.
Nice.
I said, just do what you need to do to get her mind off of it, mate. I said, if that means getting her drunk, get her drunk.
Yep.
That's what's going to happen. So, yeah.
Nice. Yes, I'm half Irish, half Scottish, so I'm basically pallid and confused in my normal state.
I'm half Irish because my mum's Irish background, so, yeah. There's a bit of Irish blood in me.
Health.
Bless her. And she is that atypical Irish, my mum. She's so... Yeah, she's so funny at times. It's like, yeah, you need to get out more, Mum.
Yeah. Or as my dad used to say, I'm half Irish, half Scottish, and half Irish.
Yeah. But she went to get shoes. 2 and a 3 and a 3 and a 4. Okay, Mum. Yeah. But no, she's on good form. She's been putting everything to rights again.
What, my mum, you mean?
Yeah, she's been...
Nice.
Yeah, she's been having a bit of a wibble this week.
Good girl.
She was having a wibble at Steven Seagal, the actor.
Well, I know exactly why she was having a wibble.
Because, yeah, he went to old What's His Chops inauguration with this rather strange-looking wig on top of his canister. And that was it.
Yeah.
She was like, what the Jesus is that on his head? Yeah.
That's what he looks like now. He wears that. He's appropriated the Chinese outfit, and he has this strange carpet on his head.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, he won't be going back to America ever.
Yeah, I just think it's a little bit odd, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
Is that colour?
Well, when you hear him speak, it's like, yeah, you're not quite there anymore, are you? Really, you're not really.
Mind you, he's in his 70s, but what is it with aging American actors that they think, I'm going to wear this piece of carpet on my canister, and no one's ever going to think that it's not my own hair?
Now, to be fair, you did just use the word actor in a sentence about Steven Seagal. I don't know if that works, if that's valid.
Yeah, I thought I'd got away with that, but I should have known that you'd pick up and pick on everything I say, but yeah. Should have realised that.
More picking on Steven Seagal being not an actor.
Steve is in, talking of Steven Seagal. Steve is in. No comparison intended, of course, but yeah, hello, Steve. How you doing, geezer? I hope you're keeping well. Bit of that in there, have a bit of that.
It's not that he had much of a career anyway, but he's kind of just flushed his career down the toilet now, hasn't he, Steven Seagal?
I think so. It's a bit like that old Jared Dapper or whatever his name is, that French one. He went all Russian, didn't he?
Yeah.
I said it right, I think, his name, but yeah, I destroyed any relationship I may have had with French people there, didn't I?
I know who you mean.
He knew who I meant. That well-known actor.
Big ugly French dude.
Yeah, Jared Depardieu, whatever his name is, yeah.
Big nose.
It is an incredibly large nasal thing, isn't it?
He has the schnoz of the gods, and they'd quite like it back if you don't mind.
Yeah. It is, isn't it?
Mm.
There you go, a little bit of that on the Harris, on the rump.
Now, you'll be glad to know I've actually come armed with a thing to talk about tonight.
Oh, you go careful.
Because someone, I don't know if he put it in your group as well, but somebody put a question. Simon Patterson asked a question in my group, and I said I'd bring it up on the show because it's an interesting question. Well, we'll do it in a bit. We'll get settled and stuff first. Let's have a quick look.
Go for it. I'm all for questions.
Jake says, LWM says, the Northern Lights here, amazing here in North Wales, but I'm living through Facebook. I don't do outside in the dark.
Oh, bless.
See, I can just go and stand on the driveway. I wouldn't dare go in the garden because there's things that live in the garden in the dark, like spiders. And you can't see them.
You would be making all kinds of quaint little noises, wouldn't you, dear?
I'd be like, yeah. Well, the thing is, you can't see spider webs in the dark. So we have all the garden spiders in the world.
Yeah. Have a bit of that.
Jake says, that's rubbish, bro. They mean to be out again this week as well because we're about to get nuked by Sulla fleas. Sulla fleas this weekend and Monday, I heard. What's Sulla fleas?
Don't know, mate.
Sulla fleas. And that's the chat up to date.
There you go.
Now, it's Friday. Is it fish and chips?
Yes.
Good lad.
It is. It's Friday and it's Crackerjack. No, the wrong show.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was going to be good today because it's hot. Mama Wolf said she'd just have a Subway because it's just, it's a cold sandwich. Yeah. So, okay, that'll do. I said I'll get one of the salad boxes because it's too warm for, hot food. I'll get one of the salad boxes. Then my friend sent me a picture of all the sausages he was having for his dinner in the frying pan making frying noises.
Oh, what? Yeah.
So I ended up with a foot-long Philly steak with chipotle southwest sauce.
Good man.
Yeah. It was very spicy. I made a terrible mistake.
No, I've got nice fish and chips tonight, and
Nice.
there may be a beans and bangers raid at some point overnight.
That's a possibility I could do, isn't it?
Yeah, because I do like my late night.
Yeah.
My little late night tin of bangers and beans.
And there we go. There's First Blood. First Blood.
Yay, stab it in.
Brand new blade.
How long did that take you? Not long at all.
Moments.
Right. That's a bit too long, that one. Let's have a look at you. Yeah, you'll do.
Here we go. PJ belly rump steak with salad.
Oh, nice. Get in.
The healthy option. Bench 116 D-Day project for the Festa 67 group build. Beverage, vodka and tonic, biscuit, Twix, balloon, orange.
Good man.
And LWM says solar flares. There we go. Solar flares. That's it.
Yeah.
Solar flares at the weekend. Ooh, we're all going to die. Cool. And Jake says sun spaghetti.
Yeah, they do reckon there might be a bit of interference, don't they? A bit of magnetic interference on stuff.
A bit of coronal mass ejections. Ooh, matron.
Well, with that and it being an El Nino year, I'm sure the world's coming to an end brigade will be out in force this year.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it goes a bit cloudy, they come out in force.
Yeah.
Bless them. They're kind of hard work, aren't they, really?
Yeah.
Right, how does this go together?
Yeah, we've got a few of them locally that parade around the town centre, giving it the world's coming to an end bit.
Yeah. And it's like, well, you saying that last year and the year before. And
yeah.
Year before. And year before that.
I can always remember when there was a time when David Icke turned up in our local town, and he was doing one of these conspiracy theorist seminar things in the middle of the street of the abuse that was aimed at the bloke.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, honestly, but I give him credit. He stood it out. He wouldn't budge.
No.
It's like, dude, you're really beginning to aggravate people. Can't you see that? You know? But
yeah. All this nonsense about the royal family being lizards and all this kind of
yeah, he was proper going for it with his trestle bold with his books on, like, you know, and
oh god.
It was like, yeah, but people were getting the ump with him really quite vocally, and it's like, dude, you're going to end up getting picked up and carried off in a minute.
Yeah. But it's like, you know, the moment you have to have a trestle table is the moment you lose any credibility with me.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was fun of them. It was like each to their own. You know, that's his opinion, and you know, if that's what makes him happy, it's up to him. But I do think he was taking a rather brave risk, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you know, Lofty from 8 Half Up Mum turned up with the trestle table. That just elicits sympathy.
We used to get him singing in Festival Place, mate.
Yep, I remember you telling me. And it's like, that just elicits sympathy and pity, but, you know.
I'll tell you something, though. For a bloke, he had quite a beautiful voice.
He did have a good singing voice.
Yeah, you know, it was one of those that, especially because it was an enclosed shopping centre, it used to resonate or reverberate or whatever you want to call it right through the shopping centre, and it was really quite surreal, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he had a proper stage singer voice.
Yeah, he would probably give it the old heady ho.
Heady ho.
You know, and it was, people used to like seeing him. He, you know, used to get all the grannies going up and swooning at him, and he was happy. You know, you'd think, it's that time of the year, Lofty will be here next week. You'd see all the little posters going up, and then there he would. A fair play to him. I don't think he's with us anymore, if I remember rightly.
No. But that's the sad little thing, is you just know the little posters going up was just him putting them up.
Pretty much, yeah.
Drum up trade. It's like so sad.
It was, but like I say, people used to go up and give him a few quid, and you know,
yeah.
Bless him, you know what I mean? It was like, yeah, because he did fall on hard times, didn't he? Bless him. So
yeah, it was kind of like when it came to acting roles, he was just kind of a one-hit wonder, wasn't he? So
yeah, he got typecast,
like so many actors,
and yeah,
he did kind of one role, and that was it.
But he would be there in his piff helmet. I got that out without saying it wrong.
Yep, you got that one on.
But yeah, and it was like, oh, bless him. But even towards the last times we started seeing him, he still had a really powerful voice. Good luck to him, you know.
I think that's how he started out in the music, not the musical. It's not that old, but
he used to entertain the troops, didn't he, during the old national service and that, or something like that. But you know,
yeah, he was part of that thing, and I think he actually started out there in the. It was like the very end of the music hall era, wasn't it? When
yeah, cabaret singer and all of that lot.
Yeah,
you know?
that kind of stuff.
I'll tell you, if he was around now, he would have made a good living on the cruise liners, wouldn't he?
Oh, yeah.
That's where a lot of them end up, don't they? Doing the cruise tours.
Wow, I've glued together the first two parts of this kit and I instantly hate the big, massive gaps.
Are you whining again about a build?
Yeah, and it's
Not
like literally
another,
the first two bits.
Not another badly fitting GW kit, dear.
No, it's just the big gaps in this. Is like you have to fill those in.
I am mocking him, folks, because I know it gets him, because he really does hate the buildy.
It's like it's the first two bits. It's the two halves of the body of the big thing, and it's like right down the middle of all the armor plates. Is like, really? You couldn't have just kind of done it in such a way that would hide it. Really?
He's off. This out starts. The easy line will be out in a minute.
Not on those, unfortunately. I did think about it, but you know, I've already had the thought of what can I cover that up with. No.
Got sprue glue, dear.
Yeah, it might have to be that. I haven't got any clamps. That's what I need. You need clamps.
I'm not going to encourage him to get this wibble any further, of course. I wouldn't do that to my mate. You know, I wouldn't be that cruel.
No, you would.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I would, to be quite honest with you. Where's it gone? Where's me brush gone? Where's me brush
it's
gone?
in the thing, you know.
Yeah, use that one tonight. I'll have a bit of that.
A little bit of that. I can just about get some glutes squished out.
So what have we all been up to in the chat this week? Have we all had a good week? Have we all had a rubbish week? Yeah. Because I am nosy. You might have noticed this.
We're both nosy.
I do like to know that we've had a good week and that all my mates are all right, because
when you come to watch our content, then the bargain is that you tell us stuff.
Yeah, we've got to know all the things.
Yeah, we've got to know all the things. You can tell us everything, all the things, in exchange for us, you know, not revealing facts about you that you don't want the public to know. I don't know.
I mean, me and him have had a busy week away from here because we've been doing all the things in the background. But
yes, fettling.
Yeah, fettling, and because that's what we do. So.
Well, you're a right little fettler, you are.
Can't help it, can we?
No.
Little bit of that. There you
That's
go.
a leather strap, so I can do some plastic card on that.
Proud of you, soldier.
Oh, yeah. Plastic card for the win.
Sling that over there. Got those. Got those. Got those. In.
There's a plastic card. Let me find it now. There.
Squigs can live over there.
Now, just remember, when you've been out to watch the Northern Lights tonight, while you're trying to get to sleep, listen out for the little noises. And if you're blind when you wake up, listen even more for the little... No, nobody's getting that joke, are they?
No.
Does nobody remember Day of the Triffids?
I do, vaguely.
I don't know. Yes, shooting stars and Northern Lights, and everybody goes blind, and plants that go... I thought it was clever. I may have been wrong. Shutting up now, sir.
Oh, Lamekins, don't feel the need that you have to shut up, mate, because, you know.
Plastic card.
Oh,
sympathy, come on, sympathy.
No, you ain't going to get any sympathy out of me. Bloody hell, mate.
Blood.
Come on.
Sympathy, blood. There you go. La, la, la. Right, so I need to put a little strip on there, which needs to be about that long. Okay, we can do that. Wait, what? Ooh.
2 secs.
Yep. Let's have a look at chat. I had a bloke call up about his electric bill, and it turned out he was a Jehovah's Witness, and he tried to convert me on the call. Strangely, not my weirdest call, says Betsy. Weird. I mean, I assume you mean at work, not actually while you were sat at home. Some guy called you on your home phone line about his electric bill. That would be weird. La, la, la. Jeff Light says, hi guys, just been outside. The lights aren't visible in my neck of the woods. Typical. A mixture of cloud and clear skies, but I can't see anything. Oh. Well, I say I'll go out later when we finish the stream and see what I can see. Probably not much. It is usually the way where I am. I was amazed when I visited some friends. We went to stay in France for a little bit many years ago, way out in the countryside, and looked up at the night sky, and it was the first time I'd actually seen the Milky Way. Because, you know, here in the northwest of England, you ain't going to see the Milky Way. You see stars and stuff, but...
Well, if you go to your corner shop. Oh, yeah, it's fine and dandy, mate. Yeah, she's going in early, isn't she? Because cricket.
Oh, yeah. So...
that's all good, mate.
Yeah, so I actually got to see the Milky Way. It was amazing. And I could see Andromeda with the naked eye.
Oh, proud of you, soldier.
Yes. And it just looks like a little blob.
You're a little blob.
Andromeda. Well, thank you very much. I do try my best. I got the joke. It just wasn't funny. Brackets kidding, says LW. I don't like LWM anymore. I used to like him in the past.
Oh, don't go picking on Bill.
I used to like him in the past. I can go off people, you know.
Don't worry, Bill. Don't worry, mate. Through the tears, fella. Through the tears.
PJ says tumbleweed. Betsy says, technically, I'm going to call him Gertrude by accident at some point. So I'll just call him Gertrude from now on. Technically, I was working from home that day, he says.
Good man.
Makes sense. Our week has been fair to middling. Been working on some of the shelf cleaners, says Jeff.
Good.
And Jake says, never see the Milky Way. No, you won't in this, unless you go really far down south and you have an exceptionally clear night. You'll be lucky to see it. But it was an amazing thing to see. I'll never forget it.
For us, it's light bleed, to be honest. I might be lucky and have a look in the conservatory after the show just to see, but I don't expect to see that much, to be quite honest with you. It's one of them.
I mean, I like the fact that our local council and lots of local councils have started doing the lights that face down.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of par for the course now. They're all the street lights that face down instead of the old ones.
Yeah. They changed all of ours during the Cold War when they went from white light to yellow light, and now they all go off at early hours of the morning just to conserve money. But when the lights do go off, normally about 1, 2 a.m. in the morning, that's when you get to see all the stars and everything, because, so by the time this stream ends, I fully expect that I should be able to see the lights. So
nice. Don't head towards the light. No.
Yeah. If I do, I'll take a picture.
Yeah. So I'll go and check outside and see what I can see. Because I suspect I won't get to see the northern lights at any other time.
No.
I'm not likely to be heading toward any northern territories anytime soon. So. It's a good thing with leather straps. You can just add loads of plastic card onto little gaps and things to make it look like more leather straps. It's so easy to fix. And with like straps and rivets there, I can add more rivets on this. So leather straps, we don't mind gaps.
Yeah, I heard you like the leather straps.
Leather straps, we don't mind gaps. We do mind when the plastic card won't behave and goes in all the wrong places.
Oh.
There we go. There we go. That's better.
Is it not complying, dear?
It's 5 seconds to comply. Let's try tweezers instead. Tweezers.
slather a bit of that on there.
Come on now. Stop being a dingus.
Yeah. So let's put a little bit of that in there.
Who's your daddy now?
So I want a couple of that.
Tell you what, this little God hand glass cutting mat is brilliant for when I need a flat surface. Well, you know, I had like my glass kitchen cutting board for doing flat things, but it's just so big, and this is like, just pop it out. There you go. Cutting, make sure I've got a flat surface is great.
And then we want.
There we go. A little bit blebby, but I can sand that later to smooth it off. Perfecto. It's not a problem. There we go, you see? There you go. Some people complain about things. I never complain about stuff like that.
You never complain? Oh, I wouldn't hear it.
Fixed. I just get it fixed.
Never heard you complain.
No point whinging about stuff. You can just fix it. Right, like some big rivets now. Big rivets. The closest Fox gets to seeing the Milky Way and Mars is when he goes to the shops.
I see what he did there.
It says Ermintrude. Oh God, Betsy, that's the one.
Betsy, see, you came up with the I'm only going to call him this, and you immediately forgot it. Yeah, pretty much. Ermintrude, that'll do. You really are bad, aren't you? I am. La, 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 la. I'd say sit in the garden, Colin. You will see it, because at first it looks like that thin cloud, then about 5 minutes later it'll turn green, then she'll open her colour and let them out. Yeah. Oh, happy days. I'll do that later. I assume it means we're all going to, die or something. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The world is at its end. Brigade will be out in force later. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. We get a lot of that. Get a lot of them people turn up, and it's like, oh, really? Them lot again. All I can hear is Dennis Norder going, if you're one of those people. Yeah. It travels round the town. People's social media and that, and Twitch and Twitter and all of that lot. So within minutes, everyone knows where they are, and it's like, the strange people are about again. Yeah. And then people just gravitate towards it, and pretty much you know what everyone is thinking. It's a bit like when Morris dancers turn up, innit? Everyone likes to go and have a giggle at the Morris dancers, don't they? Yeah, you're sitting, everybody's there going, at, not with, at, not with. Yeah, it's like, each to their own, it's their thing. They're doing no harm, I suppose, but. Yeah, they enjoy it. They're happy, but. Of course, you always get Ma and Pa Kettle, who are about 104. They decide they want to have a jig, then see them. They just like the Morris dancers, and it's like, it just degenerates them. Then somebody turns up with a piano, and there's always one. Oh, if Charlie, my granddad, was still alive, they'd be dancing around with spoons, mate. Yep, he'd have his spoons out. Always had a pair of spoons in his pocket. Yeah, because you never know when you're going to need spoons, do you? Yeah, he'd walk past a pub and hear a piano. It'd be jinka, jinka, jink. Yeah, there you go. He's off. He's heard the piano. He's off with his spoons. It's just his thing. He loved a bit of that. Little bit of tap dancing as well, bless him. It's like you can imagine, like, if you ever got, like, pulled over by coppers, they'd be like, what did you do today, Dave? Well, I pulled over some guys and they had knives. What did you get? Well, I pulled over some guys and he had spoons. Okay, not quite a deadly weapon. Yeah. You met Charlie then, yeah. Yeah. LWM says, I bet this isn't the first Friday night Fox has been tussling with leather straps and rivets, eh? What happens on the mile? Yeah, they know you well, mate. Yeah, I can neither confirm. Microsoft can neither confirm nor deny. There you go. Look, see, fixed. You'd never even know. So he did there. Unfortunately, I can't say as much about the top of the armour, which
which will require some
There you go. Get rid of that.
machinery.
There you go. It's another one that started. Good days.
You need
James is in saying hello. Hello, James. How you doing, geez? Nice to see you. I see you nice and all of that. Look. Jeff says our week's been fair to middling. Been working on some of the Shelf Queens. Might have already read that, but yeah, there you go. So let's put in a red.
47, 48, and 49. Let me find these parts. One looks like a leg, Fox. You can't possibly miss it. There we go, 47.
So yeah, I've had, like I say, quite a quiet week really this week. Been a little bit of fettling on a few things. More Ferrari part works to film tomorrow, so I'll get them done.
Yep.
I'll be watching motorbikes go round in circles tomorrow because that's what I do. And then hopefully we can get some of the videos that I've been editing up on the Patreon because I've been doing a lot of voiceover stuff this week as well. And then, like I say, next week, the first part of the week, I'm going to be off grid because of H going in for surgery. So, and then I'll be filming for KA.Models because I've got some filming to do for those guys.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, there it is. There's his other plate behind there.
47, 48, and 49. 45.
There you go. So he can sit there. Just like that. They're going to have a bit of dry brushing later. Yeah, bit dry brushing. Ah.
Get your dry brush in here. 43, 44. Ooh, look at that tongue. I'm assuming it's the tongue. I could be wrong. In which case,
I was gonna come back with something there, but I thought better of it.
Yeah. Yeah. For the best.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're going to come back with.
Exactly. You know it, because you would have done the same if it had been me. So.
But it's not a squig, so.
Yeah, we're at that stage now. We just, yeah.
Oh, that was loud. Sorry. 43 and 44 is what I need. We're at that stage. He's being awake.
Exactly. I just realised he's got a wife-beater T-shirt on. Not a great choice for a grot.
No. What's a wife-beater T-shirt? Like a sleeveless...
one of the vest tops, you know, the Bruce Willis vest tops.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, locally it's just called a wife-beater T-shirt. Because, yeah. And I'm not condoning that behaviour, not at all. It's just that most people that wear that are, yeah.
Could you take the edge off it by painting like something non-offensive, like a flower or something silly that would negate the...
I honestly don't know, mate, to be quite honest with you. I'll probably do a couple of tattoos on him just to emphasise it and really mock it. But yeah, it's... The thing that always makes me laugh is when you see blokes of our age and build wearing that type of top. It's not a good look, is it, if you've got moobs and stuff going on it? Yeah, so.
No. It's like, really? I mean, a vest like that is not good at the best of times.
No.
Even if you've got the body.
No, that's right.
Walk around in a vest. It's like, really?
I remember H once bought a pack of T-shirts and it was all vest tops. And I was like, yeah. She went, I didn't realise, mate. I said, yeah, it's all right. But didn't wear them. She took them back. Yeah. She was like, yeah. It's just a thing. I said, looking like I do with all me ink, it's just going to make it look 10 times worse, love. And
yeah. Nah.
She was like, yeah, it's so not you, is it? I said, exactly.
It's like, you may as well just give me a pair of tall DMs and some half
exactly,
pipe dreams,
Walk around with a pair of braces hanging around me backside and a pair of 15 lace Martin boots. It's like,
Yep.
So, yeah.
Hanging around the broken pool cue shop.
Yeah.
Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
Let's make up a little bit more of that, in that it's gone dry. I might be able to free it up with a bit of medium, actually. Let's have a try.
Free it up. Shake the bottle, wake the medium.
Yeah, I only want a little bit, just enough to finish that arm off. That reinvigorated. Get you some of that.
Is it like it just stepped out of the salon?
Yeah.
James says, I'm all good, thanks. Alicia, not too good, unfortunately, as her hamster passed early. Oh
dear.
Sorry to hear that.
The only thing, they don't live long.
No.
Have a bit of that. Do need some more in the end. Just come up over the back of his head. Have you some
I was hanging out with an earth pig yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Or what H calls an earth pig, a woodlouse.
Yeah.
I was opening the landing window, and as I opened the blind, there was a woodlouse pootling about on the window ledge. So I was like, oh, I better throw it out. So it's just a woodlouse. I just picked it up, just let it walk on my hand. And I just sat there for like 2 or 3 minutes just watching it pootle about on my hand, fascinated, watching like this little antenna twitching and walking around. I was like, this is so cool.
Oh yeah, they're wonderful little
It was quite
things.
a big one. I was like, oh, that's awesome. Fibbling about on my hand. I was like, that's hello, little fella. And then I threw it out the window.
Yeah.
It'll have been fine.
As it got picked up by a hungry bird and eaten. You heartless thing. Would little earth pig mum looking for a little love, going, where are you? Where are you?
Hey, if that was the baby, then the mum would have been quite big, because it was a big baby. It was a big thing. Yeah, his little 90-degree antennas twitching around as he's like smelling my hand, walking around on it. Like, can I eat this? No.
Right. So that can go back now.
Earth pigs. I can't not call them that now.
No, it kind of sticks with you, doesn't it?
Yeah, but the problem is that nobody else knows what I'm talking about. That's the only problem. Oops. Ooh, hello.
Right, we got that. Oh, what colour? Let's think.
Oh, I need to get rid of the mold lines, don't I? Talking about them mold lines. Jeff says, yes, Le Mans Moto GP this weekend.
It is, mate. Oh, yeah, a bit of that.
Jake says, I'm just thinking what was truck to get as I'm getting two, a Scania, and I'm thinking of an American truck. Yeah, get a big dirty old Mack type thing with the long bonnet. You got to do it.
Yeah.
None of these modern American trucks, because they're boring. Get a proper old classic American 70s job with a big long nose. With a really big long bonnet, or as we Brits would call it, a semi-detached. PJ says, spent most of the week painting my D-Day build figures, planning the baseboard layout and doing a few water effects test pieces.
Yeah, there you go. I'm sure it'll be a thing of beauty, dear.
An LWM says, I had a fall yesterday, spent an hour on the kitchen floor. The worst part is, sorry to hear that, he says, the worst part is my OCD saw that under the cooker needed cleaning and has been nagging me ever since.
Oh, dear.
Don't.
Oh, dear.
Note to self, next time you fall over, don't fall over near someone that needs cleaning. I hope you're all right there, mate.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the key, as long as you're all right, Bill.
Mm-hmm. We assume that you're okay because you're joking about it. So.
Oh, yeah, he was in the Zoom last night.
Yeah.
A bit darker.
A little bit darker. A bit dark for the dads. Yes, like their 08 Prime version, says Jake. Just a big old American Mac or something.
Oh, yeah.
It's not got like a massive long hood that's 18 foot tall and 30 foot long. It's
No.
not an American truck to me. It's just a truck.
Unless, of course, it's an Australian road train.
Well, yeah. But see, the downside with building an Australian road train is you'd have to buy because you buy the trailers separately, don't you? You'd have to buy 40 trailer kits and one cab kit. Cost you a fortune. That'd be the most expensive model to build that.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, is that the model shop? Yes, I need one Mack truck and 72 trailer kits, please.
Right up my street because it's a very long, narrow build.
Oh yeah, you'd love it.
Yeah, it would be a laugh to do one.
You'd be like one of those people that builds a railway, like model railway around the house, but you just have one static truck that winds around the house. On all the dado rails, you make little shelves. I just said dado rail, didn't I?
You did.
Could I be any more middle class?
Yeah, you was, yeah.
Hello, it's 1952. Apparently. Dado. Who'd name that? Dado. What name is that? Dado rail.
Yeah, it's a bit lame, isn't it? Let's be honest. But yeah, that. Do I want Zandri? Then I'll leave it on. No, I don't.
Transform, says Jake. Yes, Transformers version. Timber says, hi all, hope you're well. Hey Timber, welcome.
Hello, geese.
You're deep in colour picking there, aren't you?
Yeah, just thinking of it.
What colours are you planning? Are you fettling with?
I'm just playing with blues and stuff at the moment.
Ooh.
Right.
Does anyone know where to get 1/10 scale trucks from, says Jake? I don't know if anybody makes 1/10 scale trucks.
Google's your friend, mate.
Yep.
The end of the day, mate.
Yep. And then if you find some, of course, we'd be remiss not to say give the guys at E-Models a call.
Yeah, but
if
probably 1/10 scale is RC shops, isn't it? So
yeah,
you know, it's a prime scale, isn't it, for the RC community? So
yep. Oh yeah.
Let's do jeans on them.
Jeans.
Not a fan of that colour, so let's go over that. Do a bit of denim instead. Not going to see.
1/10 scale is. Go on, what you're not going to see?
So you're not going to see much of the clothing anyway. Not in this one because he's sat down driving. So
yeah, but you know it's there though.
That's the thing.
Plus, it's the fun of painting it anyway.
Yeah, it's that base colours stage that we all love.
The ugly phase.
Yeah.
Yeah. The curse of anybody.
Yeah, all of us hate this stage, but dare I say it is a stage we go through.
I'm dreading that with the Solar Auxilia I need to paint because I've got 25 of the dudes to paint. It's like, oh, I don't want to get to the ugly stage because it's bad enough on one dude, but with 25 of them, it's like...
Yeah, it gets proper old, proper quick, doesn't it?
Yeah, if you get demotivated and you've got a bunch of
leather.
dudes to paint.
Yeah, you can have jeans. The other one's going to have leather.
Leather.
Bit of leather. He likes a bit of leather.
Right, steady now.
He likes unst.
Had a bit of Northern Lights tonight, says Timber.
Oh, nice one.
Yep.
Have a
we
good
talked
view.
about that earlier on. Yeah.
Happy days. Whereabouts are you, mate? Whereabouts are you located? But yeah, I'm hoping once all the lampposts go off, I'll be able to have a looky-loo. So
Yeah.
I can remember the last lot we had H saw when she was driving to work. She was absolutely spectacular.
I'd love to see it.
Yeah, she got quite worried because it's the first time she's ever seen it, see.
Yeah, she's like, what the hell's going on? Ah!
And she was in the country lanes in West Surrey going towards the golf course. And obviously, yeah, she was like, oh my God.
We're going to die.
I was going to ring you up and say a UFO was landing. I said, you silly bear, it's the Northern Lights. So I thought you would have seen them, been from Scotland back in the day. But
did you get a slap?
yeah, I got one of those. Yeah, I've got to come home yet, love. Oh.
Yeah. Don't get courageous just because I'm not there. Sorry, love.
Yeah, I get all keyboard warrior when she's out and about, see.
Yeah. You kind of forget that she'll actually come back.
I've done it before. I've sent her a message when she's been driving just saying turd. It's like, yeah, she can't answer me. It's like, yeah. It's like, oh dear, someone's feeling brave. Might have been. Might be doing that again.
Yeah, let's resolve that action, shall we? Yeah, they are nice for their size and get. I'll start again. Jake says, yes, they are nice for their size and to get airbrush painting on them, as I think 1/14 scale would be too small for it, wouldn't it? Oh, you mean if you're doing all the complex designs like on the trailer, like all the, like the fairground?
Donkosaurus does a lot of it, doesn't he? William, who comes in, he's well into his airbrushing RCs and does some spectacular paintwork.
Yeah.
It is an art form because obviously you have to do it back to front.
Oh, yeah.
Because obviously you paint on the inside, don't you? So.
Oh, yeah, because they're clear shells, aren't they? I forgot about that. Although it always amuses me whenever you see like trucks and they have all the stuff painted on them, whether they're fairground or not. They always have like a Terminator.
Yeah.
And they always have, there's always a James Bond on there somewhere. I don't know what is James Bond and truck drivers.
Death Star.
Death Star, yeah. There's usually, what's the one we've got? Because we've got a local scrapyard that has all their vans with stuff like that. And there's always a Terminator, there's always a James Bond, there's always a Smokey and the Bandit, but that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, a bit of Mad Max, dystopia and that, yeah.
Yep. But it's all this amazing artwork on these trucks, and it's like somebody's had to airbrush that artwork. It's like there's some really talented people out there who
I'm surprised that you don't see many gaming-orientated ones like Halo, Borderlands and things like that. Because I think some of them paint schemes would look spectacular on a truck.
Yeah, it's just whether the middle-aged, rather portly truck driver is going to be into video games.
I know, but it's still beautiful artwork as a reference, isn't it? Let's be honest, you know.
Absolutely.
Whether they're into the gaming or not, it's still a good subject.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose you might, nowadays you might do, maybe 20 years ago, maybe not, but nowadays you might do, yeah, because that gaming generation is now our age, so of course they'll all be into it. When I was getting into games and stuff, if you played a game, you were a gamer. Nowadays, if you play a game, you're just a human being with a game.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Getting a new update for Fallout 4 next week on Monday, I think.
Oh, right. Is this to fix the one that they did last time?
Well, hopefully. They've not said anything specific, but they mentioned graphics mode. It's like, please just fix the stuff that didn't work in the last update you just did. So we actually get what you promised us.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, the original patch note says you get all these different modes. Then later on Twitter they said, no, what you've got is right. And now they're doing this update, which will be like, yeah, we told you were wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
And we should get as well the update for Starfield in the next few days after that.
All right.
So it might even, if it's quite nice at say 40 FPS, it might even get me back into Starfield.
Yeah.
Having to suffer it at 30 FPS.
Oh, the pain.
Well, the thing is, it's when you get... I never had a problem with 30 FPS until I started getting games in 60 frames a second as consoles got better. And now I find it very hard to go back to 30 FPS because it's very hard to look at. It tires my eyes out. It's flickery and you're like, oh... It's very hard to look at when you're used to 60. I mean, Starfield was a very good 30 frames a second. They did a very good job of it. It was quite smooth, but 60 would be better.
Why, of course it would, dear.
Mm-hmm. I mean, some games at 30 FPS are absolutely awful. Far Cry 5 was terrible. But, you know.
irks you, it does.
Well, it's just kind of uncomfortable for me to watch nowadays. It can give me headaches and stuff.
Your special vision.
No, not at all. It's just a lot of people, they just can't hack the framiness of it. I used to be fine with it until
because we've been spoilt. Because, like you say, everything has increased now, hasn't it?
Yeah.
You know, you get used to it, don't you?
I mean, when I started out, everything was, all the games I was playing with 30 FPS, but I was on a CRT television, so it didn't make a difference. But now with LEDs and OLEDs and everything else, and it's like, oh, it's a struggle. Let's have a look. My uncle, says LVM, used to have a VW van with an airbrushed trout jumping out of the water. He was a fisherman.
Oh, cool.
Always getting stopped by the police because something looked fishy about him.
Hey, boom, boom, boom.
See how we did. How have we done now? I don't know. Let's see. Have you a bit of that?
So yeah, it's what you got planned then for the week? Have you got filming that you're doing or anything like that?
This week, I don't know.
This week I will mostly be eating. See what I did.
Terra. No, I want to keep on cracking with painting my solar auxilia.
Yeah.
I've got the base grey down on them. So that's what I want to get back to.
Oh, that's a flipper, isn't it? That's a
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'll do it then. So hopefully get back onto that as long as it's not too warm. I was hoping to get some done in the last couple of days, but it's just been a bit too warm. So. Warms.
Not got a fan?
Yeah, but it's still warm. Because by the time I spent all day with all the lights on, when I go, it's just the whole upstairs heats up by that point, and it's like,
You're such a tart. You really are.
Yeah.
You're such a delicate little wallflower, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. The downside is, of course, if it's too warm to even put the Xbox on. It's like, ooh.
Yeah, they do warm a room rather rapidly, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
This will be the first summer I experience that because, yeah, but I've not been on for a couple of days and already I'm having withdrawal symptoms.
Yeah.
But I only play at the weekend anyway, so yeah.
Yeah, that's your playing time, isn't it? Weekend.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a bit of a cunning plan because I did have a Series S for streaming, but then upgraded it to an X, and I gave the Series S to Mama Wolf.
Yeah.
But because she can't really get close to the TV to use it, I got a little screen that attaches onto the back of the Series S, a little 1080p screen with speakers and everything. But she's never used it, so I'm like, okay, well, never mind. And I thought if it's one of those days where it's like absolutely boiling, and if I put the Series X on, I'll just die.
Yeah.
I could always just pop the Series S on with its little screen.
Yeah, just bung that on. I'll do the job.
Yeah, because that'll be the console putting out the warmth, but I won't have an enormous TV and surround system putting out the warmth either. So it might be a little way of playing when staying a little bit cooler. We'll see.
Yeah, that works.
There's something about it just sitting there not being used, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it's a waste, isn't it?
Yeah. But it's like my Series X consoles are better consoles, so it doesn't really make any sense. But it's like my PlayStation Vita. Used to sit there, there's nothing I want to play on it, but I used to sit there and drool over it because it was a gorgeous piece of tech. It used to make me sad. I get it out, look at it, and put it back in its little case and feel sad.
Right, that's that done.
We might have got away with that.
What's the time?
We might have got away with that.
I'll stand up for a bit, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Got numb foot.
Nope.
Well, I spent all week taking my leg for a drag, and it's like, yeah, not really. It's quite funny. Fox gets to hear me having a go at my leg. It's quite funny.
Yeah.
Useless draggy thing. All right. So we got that, and that. Got to go over that. Go back, do a bit on the squigs. Happy days. Talks, in it? Talks, in it? It's a thing, isn't it?
Oaks. You love your oaks.
Yeah. Well,
Oaks are your spirit animal.
Just catches up on stuff that I've had sat on the side there waiting to be painted. The Harlequin will be back out this week because I'm filming for that.
Oh,
so
yeah. Ooh.
I should be doing a bit on that. Yeah.
I'll tell you what I saw this week. Somebody posted on Facebook is they built that. You know, the Cromlech do their version of a stomper.
Yes.
And it's all the laser cut MDF, isn't it? It's all laser cut MDF printed out, and you glue. Dear God, it looked fantastic. It was enormous. Really? He was like, "Yeah, I've just finished building it. I've got to paint it." I was like, "Oh my God, it looks so much better than Game Workshop's Stomper." It's just
PJ's having twitches again because Stomper was mentioned. Yeah,
Stomper. It just looks so much better. It looks so much more mechanical and just cobbled together in all its like two-dimensional MDF look. It's quite clever. Right, that gap actually filled quite nicely just by itself and sanding. Okay.
Yeah, the Stomper was a bit of a love-hate relationship with that, really, wasn't it? It was.
I will go back and finish it at some point.
Yeah, neither of us have gone back and finished them because we're like, yeah, we got Stomper to death, didn't we? Let's be honest.
Yeah, we got burnt out.
It's like, yeah, really, yeah.
The thing is, it's sometimes you look at something that's big and simple, big, dumb, simple thing to paint. Like, you look at a little vehicle and you know what you're going to do and you paint it and stuff. But sometimes you look at a model where it's like lots of flat open spaces and it's a very simple paint, because that Stomper's not going to be a complicated paint job.
No.
Because it's so big, it's just everything's big and you can get to it. And it just was like, I don't know, it got kind of, in a weird way, overwhelming.
We got to the point we'd pick it up and go, oh, really? Yeah.
I think part of me was apart from just getting burnt out on that anyway, considering it's supposed to be orc and made of scrap, it looks a bit neat and tidy and like it looks a bit
too refined.
It doesn't look scrappy enough. That's where some of the Forge World stuff is fantastic.
Yeah.
Because it really
it was made way back when, wasn't it? So
2010 or something.
Yeah, so it didn't age very well, did it?
I've still got my buggy truck thing, my Forge World truck thing to finish painting, amongst others.
Yeah, I've got to go through my projects box just to actually identify what's in there, because I've got so much left to paint, and I want to put it all on a shelf so that I could just grab it rather than it be buried at the back there, and put all my diorama stuff in the projects box, and then I know that that's all diorama materials, and just have an organised.
Just it's all centralised and.
Yeah.
That is a shame about Forge World. I mean, some of the Forge World Orc stuff was so good compared to the plastic stuff. It was just incredible. Yeah. And yet it's all just faded away, and most of it doesn't exist anymore. It's like, really? Oh, well. There are two cracking tanks, and now they've only got one. So many like characters and vehicles and stuff. It's a shame, because the Forge World was much better than the plastic. The plastic stuff's always been a bit too well engineered, and it's like the vehicles, like the one you're doing there and the other ones. They're great.
Yeah, but they're over refined.
Yeah, they're not very scrappy, are they? They're a bit.
No, they're too neat and pretty.
Yeah, I can feel you wanting to add panels and bits.
Yeah, they're for me, they're not gnarly enough.
Yeah, it's like they've been made out of scrap, but they spend a long time building them, whereas they've not just cobbled it together.
Yeah, it's not got the scrap heap challenge effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Killburster tank, that looks good, because it just looks like sheets of corrugated metal just slammed together. It's just great. A whole bunch of guns sticking out the front randomly.
Oh, yeah, it's all about the guns. You can't have too many guns, mate.
Oh, yeah. Well, you've got a choice with the kit. You can either have one dirty, great, big, massive boom tube that launches God knows what. Or you can have this array of like 7 or 8 different guns all jumbled into one big pile. Yeah. And I'm like, well, it's fairly obvious which I'm going to go for. Come on.
Absolutely.
You don't want a tube. You want 7 or 8 big, massive guns jumbled together into a pile.
You want all the guns, not just some of the guns. You want all of them.
Right, I can confirm, rather happily, that even though you get a big gap between the armour halves, they do get close enough together towards the bottom where they stick together that you can scrape them down a bit and get to the sealed bit, and they're nice and smooth.
Oh, right, yeah.
So you don't actually necessarily need to use filler. As long as you squeeze them together, you can just about get enough filling from the glue, which is nice.
Oh, nice one.
I mean, you could use filler and stuff, but if you don't want to, like me, because you're lazy, then you don't need to. Happiness.
Yeah. It's a cigar. Called Hamlet.
Called Hamlet.
Damn, we're finishing each other's sentences. Help me, PJ. Help me.
It's because we're gentlemen of that age.
There's no helping me now, is there? Eh?
It's like if I was to say to you, name the advert, and went, you'd know exactly what advert that was. I would hope.
No, actually, it doesn't ring up. I'll probably know it as soon as you say it, but.
Well, it was supposed to be that the chocolates. It's always like the secret agent breaking in and leaving the chocolates. Oh,
yeah, I know the one. Yeah, the lady loves milk tray.
That's it. The moment I said it, I suddenly realised I couldn't remember what the actual product was.
Yeah, the card with the shadow on it. Yeah, now I got it.
Yeah. Everyone knows the lady loves milk tray.
Oh. And that's that rather pornographic flake advert that we all remember as teenagers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but which was more alluring as a teenager, the flake advert or the Cadbury's Caramel the Rabbit advert?
Well, that's a bit odd, that. Yeah. I did have a bit of a thing for the high karate lady. Do you remember her?
Oh, I don't remember those adverts. I don't think I've ever seen those.
The high karate
I know that
lady.
I know that high karate was terrible. All the jokes about that, but I don't remember the advert.
Yeah, she was the big kung fu lady type thing, and how can I say? Yeah, she was.
Bit of a Cammy from Street Fighter going on, maybe.
Yeah, she was every schoolboy's lust, I think. Was
Oh yeah.
Let's get a bit of just a Mephiston. Have a bit of that.
Mephiston Red. It doesn't matter what red you want, you'll always end up reaching for Mephiston Red.
You know, simply it's great base, isn't it? Let's be honest.
It just covers like the best.
Just lets me see me squigs.
It's always good to be able to see your squigs.
Oh yeah, Avalanche Sunset is the base, isn't it?
Yeah. Whenever you're painting yellow, whatever yellow you're going to use, just base it with Avalanche Sunset first, because
that's the whole idea of it, isn't it? Base colours, you know.
Yeah, just to block them in, cover the whatever.
No matter what it is, use the base colour. If it's blue, use the base blue. You know. See that you can see the trend developing, can't you?
Yes. Or if you're lucky, the base blue is the actual colour you want anyway.
Yeah.
Happiness. Right. I think that's going to just about cover them.
Got a bit of that. Let's get some squigs done.
Squiggy.
I think we'll go for one of my Ickle baby brushes for that.
How many squigs are in that set? All
of them.
Is that the one with the...
Yeah. Well,
Squig Boogie.
Yeah. It's got all the squigs, but...
Has it got the best squig? Is that the one with the best squig?
Yeah, it's got the flat one, Bomb Squig.
Bomb Squig. Bomb Squig is so awesome.
Yeah, you got to have Bomb Squig. Yeah, in case you don't know.
Bomb Squig is...
Bomb Squig. Bomb Squig. Oh, look at him in the queue.
His little flat thing. And he looks so grumpy.
Yeah, got the right arm, isn't he?
He's like, meh. He does not look too chuffed.
Yeah. But this one's got open mouth, so there might be micro drawl getting done on this one.
Oh, I like that.
Because why not?
I might have to learn your drool technique, because I mean, look at the face on that. There's no way I'm not having drool coming out of that mouth. With the horns and the teeth and that.
Yeah, you got it, mate.
Look at that. Oh, I might have to get you to teach me that with learning.
Do you want a tube of Yoo-hoo glue?
I shall get a tube of Yoo-hoo glue.
I've got a job lot of it, haven't I?
God, we'll tell you what, I need to send you like 3,500 coffee stirrers. Yeah. So you can send me a couple of hundred tubes of Yoo-hoo glue.
I'll send you that and some milli part up. At least I know you've got some.
No, I don't need the milli put though. I've never used it.
All right, I'll shut up then. You don't get the milli part, you ungrateful git.
No.
You want to turn down the freebie? Turn it down.
Keep that for yourself. It'd be more use, because it'll just go off with me. I'll never get around to using it. Boy, it'll be more use in your creative hands than my forgotten drawer. That's a rather unfortunate seam line right down the middle where his butt is. So
oh dear.
Fill it. I've got no way to fill that in easily, so we'll just leave that.
It could have been worse. It could have been gorilla butt.
Oh God.
We all love gorilla butt, don't we?
Gorilla butt. Those early orcs. This is what I don't get with the Squiggoth kit, you know. You buy the Squiggoth.
Yes.
For 40k, but it comes with a load of Age of Warhammer Fantasy orcs.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Like old, like 1990s.
Well, this is another reason I want to go through my parts projects, because I've got a load of orcs that are going to go with the Squiggoth, so I want to segregate them all so that they're in there with it, and then I can do the 4-story how.to.
And now is that part of the conversation when we both remember we've got Squiggoths and we go, oh, Christ.
Yeah, well, I know exactly what we're both thinking, Widge.
Well, I'm thinking Widge, and you're thinking, oh, God, Widge.
Yeah.
Abject terror kicks in.
That was damn decent of Edward, it really was. And I'm at that point where, like I say, it's right next to me now, so I can go through now and go. I will dig the projects box out at the end of the stream, and I'll take it next door and segregate out everything that's going to go in it, and then I can get it all sorted, because it's got to be done. I've just realised what I thought was a club is actually a squig tied to the club. Which is absolutely brilliant. I hadn't noticed that, but yeah.
It's
brilliant.
It's when you get to the pile of squigs in the back, and it's like, how many squigs are you going to have to paint? There's hundreds of them.
There are, mate. At the moment, it's a big red blob.
Yeah.
But once it starts getting picked out, yeah.
It literally is a pile of squigs.
Oh, yeah. If you remember rightly, with that battle wagon, I printed out boxes of squigs for the squig catapult thing.
Yep.
And it was like, yeah, once you've painted a dozen squigs and you see you've got another 24 to paint.
You're like, oh.
You're like, yeah, that was a great idea, that, Carl. Don't do that again.
That's when you start doing little shortcuts and thinking, you know what, maybe they don't all need to be super detailed.
Yeah, I've got quite a few giant squigs to print that I've acquired files for, so yeah. I do like the squigs, I must admit. They are fun to do.
I think they're just, all round, they're just a fun idea creature as well. This idea of just making a mouth on 2 legs. And I love the fact that in the lore, like squigs provide everything the orcs need. They're not just beasts of burden or attack beasts. They're also food. Yeah. They provide paint. They're if they want to have a ponytail, they wear a squig because it grabs onto the head. Anything they need, there's a squig for it. But I love the idea that when they use them in battle, for example, like they might just strap a load of explosive like TNT to a squig and push it off towards the enemy.
Yeah.
There's no guarantee it won't just come straight back.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like they're not fire and forget, they're fire and run.
Yeah, they're a bit unpredictable, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think I think my favourite has to be the Bowel Torrent Squig.
Oh, right, yeah.
Which, when it gets nervous, it just poops endlessly.
Yeah.
Constantly. And it demoralises the enemy completely.
I just think they're a fun little thing to do. Like I say, there's so many variants as well. I mean, I obviously got my mini factory that I get a lot of my stuff through, as well as Colts 3D and the amount of little squig files that I've managed to get hold of. So this is why I want to invest in the new print rig and that, because countless opportunity to get stuff to paint.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
So, yeah. It's different.
Yeah. Now that kind of thing is up to snuff, you're not just limited to, like, you know, manufactured kits and things anymore.
No.
So many options nowadays. Which way does that go? What is this now? What are you giving me here? What is this nonsense?
Actually, let's change brush on that.
That goes there. That goes there. Oh, like that, you say? Oh, I see. Jolly D.
Now.
See, on this leg here, they've done all the gaps between the two parts perfectly. It goes underneath the arm. Underneath the arm!
Oh, my.
And where the strap is on the foot, so it's all completely hidden. That's a good way to do panel lines, Games Workshop. You did well with the feet.
Yeah.
Not so well with the body.
Bane of our life, panel lines.
Yeah, gaps and seams or whatever they're called.
Okay.
Just leave that to set for a minute. La la la. I shall have a look at chat. Where are we up to? Wanting to.
I was writing red here in there at one point, so.
Yes. Yeah, we've done them. Jake, who says about getting the designs on truck trailers, he wants to get his channel picture on the one he's designed, but I can't make it as I suck at art.
Oh.
LWM says, my uncle used to have a video. We've done that one. My current TV viewing list says Peach, season 4 of For All Mankind, Apple TV Plus, final season of The Bad Batch, Disney. Oh, it was excellent. He says it was very good. Series 1 of Silo, Apple TV, and Series 4 of Slow Horses. Not heard of any of them, apart from Bad Batch.
I think you should go back and watch Fallout.
Yeah, Fallout's good, man. Fallout's good, man. Scale Modeling Chaos, Ermintrude, Gertrude, Betsy. Got there in the end. The voice of the Caramel Bunny was Miriam Margolyes, who was Professor Sprout in the Harry Potter series.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep. I like Miriam Margolyes. She'll just swear at a drop of a hat. It's great.
Yeah. Imagine her and Brian Blessed.
Oh.
Comedy duo that would be, wouldn't it?
Oh, that would be brilliant casting. I'm sure they probably have actually collaborated at some point on something.
Her and Brian Blessed, slightly drunk on an after-dinner speaking event.
Because Miriam Margolyes is like, she's got that little face where she could do something devious and then kind of go, oh, is that me? Ooh, innocent face.
Oh, cut me. I'm 56, you know. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, her and Brian Blessed. That's
be gold, wouldn't it?
Betsy also says, Fox is there trying to figure out how to deal with the crack in the butt. So many jokes. Edward Leonard is in.
Hello, Edward. He must have heard us talking about squigwidges.
Yep. Hello, following Cox and Follin. That's not right. Colin and Fox and chat. Hello, here for a little bit. Nice to see you all.
Hello, hey, Edward. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, the moment you mention Squigwidge.
Yeah, he's got a sixth sense, isn't he?
He's got a Squigwidge radar.
He has, isn't he?
Doesn't get a lot of use, but, you know.
Hey, mate, it's all about Squigwidge.
Squigwidge radar, dim. I'll stop now.
It's funny, we both laugh about it, but we're both dreading the widge. Yeah. Because we know that whoever starts painting theirs is going to get mercilessly mocked by the other one. until it comes our turn, and then the tables get turned.
Be like, day 3. Today I am mostly painting veiny bits. Ew.
See, that doesn't worry me. What bothers me is doing the pin wash at the end.
You just don't. You're just uncomfortable with doing delicate fussing. That's what you don't want to delicately fuss a widge of anything.
No.
You don't mind slapping it around with a brush. That's one thing, but delicately fussing.
It's one of them where I can just see myself going underneath and going, yeah, there you go, it's painted.
Dry brushing, yeah, because doing the delicate fussing bit, you've got to spend time looking at it. And for those that don't know, it is very well sculpted. Let's just say there's significant amounts of detail in the squig wedge that you would not expect, that can catch you by surprise if you're not ready for it.
It's overly detailed. I think unnecessarily detailed.
But you know the sculptor was like, yeah, I'm going to have to do this.
I can imagine the sculptor had a Duncan-style snigger.
Oh,
going
God,
on,
yes.
personally. But, yeah, a mischievous sculptor day, that was.
Because it's not the first time they've had to do like lumps and bumps on things like that. But to go that extra mile and put in all the little details,
Yeah,
you went above and beyond the call of duty there.
Oh, they certainly did, didn't they?
Beyond something. Especially since orcs don't actually need any of that equipment to breed anyway, because they don't breed like that. They're fungus, so.
Yeah, but you just know that he sculpted it because he could.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, yeah, he sculpted that to mess with us, mate.
He sculpted that on his last day after they'd given him notice that they were going to terminate his employment. Is that right? Although it's only the meat and no veg. There's no veg involved. Again, because it's not actually for that. So.
Yeah, there's no orange bags, are there?
No. It's just the umbrella. I don't know what that means. I've just made that up.
I know you did, but hey, you know, as long as you're happy, I'm happy.
Earth do I fill that in? I'll find a way. Edward says he's hanging in there, still dealing with back issues.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yep. It starts picking up for you soon.
Yeah, come on, Edward's back. Give him a break, for crying out loud. Leave him alone.
Yep.
What you need to do, Edward, is get another squig off and paint the wedge. That'll make your back feel a whole lot better, mate.
Yeah, it'll certainly take your mind off.
I think it will.
Oh, yeah. It'll certainly make everything make more sense.
Bring everything into perspective, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
He's now sitting there going, yeah, right. And that's...
Everything is better with squig wedge. Or is it bacon? One of the two.
One of the two.
Both, perhaps.
We'll have a
Talking
bit
of which,
that.
I gave Mum had pigs in blankets today.
Oh, good girl. Shake that up as well. Let's start with a bit of lead bilge. Why not?
I think that gets covered up. Oh, I think this gets covered up by some armour, so that might do me a big favour. Little panel line there, which will be absolutely grievous.
Those. That. A bit of gunnage. So let's get a bit of gunnage done.
I can't say the word grievous and not hear coughing in my head.
Yeah.
I know some of you will get that. Any of you out there watch that new Tales of the Empire short season on Disney Plus? I didn't rate it much. It was all right.
Oh, I've not done much TV watching, to be honest with you, mate. Yeah, I've been fettling with stuff offline, logos and things like that. So I've kind of been sidetracked, if I'm honest.
Yes. Well, I say I did watch the last series of Bad Batch. I do like Bad Batch, and it was great. The visuals of that towards that last season of Bad Batch,
yeah,
so good. It was almost like watching a live action show.
Yeah.
When you don't see the figures, like just watching like the landscapes and
sets. Right, yeah.
obviously the figures are very stylized, but just like say, here's a scene with a landscape and a ship landing. It's like that's like a live action scene. It's like what insanity is this? Very impressive.
All the insanity.
Impressive. Oh, the insanity. Yeah. Right, 51. Let's see where this armor goes. It's a shame they only did it for a few seasons. It didn't last longer, but.
Oh, Edward says, didn't enjoy cleaning today, or didn't help himself, was doing cleaning the bathtub. He made him spend $40 on a scrubby motorised telescopic bathroom scrubby thing for old people. Good man.
I think when you've got a bad back, though, Edward, you're allowed to not clean the bath and do things like that for a while. Yeah. You're allowed to let that go fallow for a little while, I think.
Yeah, go easy on yourself, mate.
Yeah.
You'd be the first to tell us. At the end of the day, you'd be the first to tell us off, mate.
Yeah, you don't need to be doing the hoovering and the gardening and all the other stuff when you're not up to it.
I know you want to keep moving and keep it freed up and that, but just be careful, mate.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll have H and Mama Wolf after you, mate.
I mean, dear God, I clean the bath once a year with a good back. To be fair, we don't actually use the bath very often. Still. How does this cover up that panel line then? What do I need to think about? That's not going to go away, that one, is it? Yeah. Right, how does this go on? This goes on like...
Goes on like that, he says.
Like that, you see. A little bit.
A little bit of that.
Okay, that covers up a little bit of that panel line. That's good. That covers up there.
Are you still wibbling about your build? You are, aren't you?
No, I'm trying to plan which gaps I need to rectify and which ones I can ignore because they're covered in armour.
Yeah.
Thankfully, that one is covered in armour, so that's fine.
Don't forget, weathering is your friend.
Aye, but it is a beastie, though, not a...
Yeah.
So I've got to...
Can you make armour plates to conceal anything?
You could do, I suppose. It's the inside of the inner thigh, though, so... It's like all the fur disappears and the armour goes away and it's just bare flesh. And here's a big panel line. Thanks, Games Workshop. It'll come clean, though, like the one on the armour did. It'll just scrape away and come good.
Yeah.
It has filled it in a little bit, so I should be able to... If I need to fill it, I'll have to fill it. That's fine. There's no widge on this thing, though.
Oh, that's good news.
Yeah. Unless that's the bit that covers up that panel line. Right, so that goes on there. That goes on there like that. Bit of armour. Sits on like that. Our armour has a real kind of beaten into shape with hammer look. Hammer's quite nice. Scalloped. That's a good word. What are you doing right now?
Me, I'm just examining detail on the Orc just to see whether it's leather or metal. Because obviously my eyes of old man seeing this, so I have to hold everything right close to my face to see what it actually is.
Can be tricky to tell on those sculpts sometimes, though.
Yeah. It ain't always easy, mate.
No, sometimes it's a bit ambiguous. Like you say, pile of squigs. There's all kinds of stuff in that pile of squigs that you make.
Oh, yeah. He's even got one biting his foot, this bloke. I just realised.
Yeah, because he stood in a pile of squigs and he's like, ah!
Yeah, I thought it was a rock on the end of his boot. It ain't. It's a squig biting on the end of it. That is a little tiny squig biting the end of his boot. It's like, yeah, okay.
See, that's where I know the plastic kit sculpts aren't very orky.
Yeah.
Not very scrappy, but what they lack in that scrappiness, they do make up for in their humour with the orcs. It's where the designers do get to have a bit of a laugh.
Of course,
a bit of a less serious shenanigans.
I mean, why wouldn't you want to have a squig bite in his boot? It's just a thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the least enjoyable part of any paint job, doing that basing of everything, you know, just with its, you know, and then all of a sudden you can then start finessing it and layering it, and
until you get the first wash on it, it never looks good. Oh, excuse me. 41 and also 42. Das ist richtig. Let's do.
Dun.
I want to glue that leg on before that one because it's maybe not.
Is it making you do all the thinkiness?
Yeah, well, I'll need to get rid of the gaps on that inner leg, but if I glue the other leg on, it'll be a nightmare to get to. So I think if I leave that other leg off for the minute, I'll leave it off, and then I can clean up both legs and stick them on. Stick it on. 41 and also 42. Das ist richtig. 41 and 42. Edward says, even if I could paint another widge in capital letters, that's correct, by the way, put the word widge in capital letters, because once you paint one widge, it doesn't really matter to paint another.
Yeah.
PJ says, oh, well, that means you've got time to send out a few flyers to local old people, 2 scrubs up for the price of 1.
Yeah.
Lol, PJ, it doesn't say that you can scrub bathrooms with it. I could probably scrub some old people also. And you check your chat, dude.
Oh, thank you, Jeff. He says, greetings, everyone. A few coppers for the new 3D printer fund. Thank you very, very kindly, Jeff. It will all go. Jeff. It will all go towards the new printer because, yes. Yep.
And, of course, because Jeff is our own resident Carl Sagan, when enough fiction is written and enough scientific hypotheses are proposed, sooner or later there will be accidental concordances.
Absolutely, our very own model-making Carl Sagan. Release your inner Sagan.
There you go. It's out now. But a still more glorious dawn awaits. Not a sunrise, but a galaxy rise. Morning filled with 400 billion suns. God, he could write.
Oh, he come out with some brilliant ones, didn't he?
He was such a poetic writer. It's like, I love Neil deGrasse Tyson, but he tries too hard to be to do that kind of writing in his Cosmos series. You know, in the first series, he's like, no, don't even try.
That's the thing. Sagan, it came naturally, didn't it? That's you know, and that's the difference. You know, it just resonated better, didn't it?
It's like, Neil, just write like you would seek it. Don't try and write like Carl, because you ain't gonna win. 37 and 38. 36, 37 and 38.
Yeah.
Love the idea of a little squig bite in the orc's foot. That's just so cool.
Oh yeah, it's just right, isn't it?
I love the fact there's a little teeny tiny squig, little baby one, and it's still just as ferocious as its big brothers.
It's proper going for it. I shall pick him out in a minute and just get him in there so that people can see it when I hold it up. But yeah.
I saw a picture online the other day, and it was basically somebody had a finger like that, and there was a tiny, tiny baby snake that would have been about, I don't know, 3 inches long.
Yeah.
And it had just gone numb onto the end of their finger, like that.
Yeah.
And they just put the caption, I am death, I am fierce, rawr. And it's like a day old little tiny snake with no teeth. Yeah. It's so adorable. It doesn't know that it's not actually a threat. It thinks it's big and brave.
Oh, yeah. It's that instinct, isn't it? It's in there.
Mm-hmm. 37, 38, where are you?
Right.
There's 38. I found it.
Let's do that.
I can do this.
You can do it. I've got faith in you, mate.
There's 30 there, and the 36 is a little wiggly bit. I need 37 is the dew claw. 37.
You're a dew claw.
I assume pigs have dew claws. I'm assuming that's what it is. Oh, it's called the dew claw. There it is. Jeff Light says, found a mammoth/heffalump thing at the back of my stash the other day. Completely forgot about it.
Oh,
cool.
Nice one.
Cool. Humpalumps.
Oh, yeah. It's all about the mammoth, mate.
Yep.
Is it a big kit? Because it would be a mammoth task then, wouldn't it? Come on.
Is it a Tamiya kit?
That's all I had.
I'll give you points for that, but whether they're like celebratory points or police points, I'm not going to tell you. I'll let you think about that yourself.
There you go.
Police points.
Tiny squig.
Oh, God, so cool.
Brilliant, isn't it?
I love the way, I can't quite tell, but has it got like little tiny legs?
Yeah, it's got little squig legs. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Squigs are so awesome. I really do think they should do more with squigs in 40k. They really should.
I know there's been a few squig sets, hasn't there, released and that, you know, this is like,
They
are becoming more of a thing, aren't they?
Yeah.
He says, the mammoth is an old Warhammer kit. Oh, nice one.
Oh, that'll be Warhammer Fantasy then. Oh God, yeah, I remember that kit. Yes, I know the one it is now. Yes, that's quite epic. That kit.
That's got mammoth in it. It's bound to be, mate.
Oh, it's either Fantasy or it's the old Lord of the Rings when they first started doing them. Did a big mammothy thing.
Yeah, but Lex, my lad, he likes his creatures. He's got a big box of creatures that he's built. He's got paint now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah. All them teeth you've got to paint, boy. Have fun.
Oh, teeth. I like doing
Yeah.
Fur's the tricky bit.
He was like, how did you do that drool? Ah, right.
Yeah. Sit you down.
Let's sit you down and show you.
Yep.
He will at some point be getting lessons on drool because, Oh, let's have a swig of drink.
To misquote Gilgamesh, I shall sit down in the dust and I weep. But he won't weep, he'll learn. Yep, doing great. Thanks, Jeff, says PJ. Really enjoying my modelling at the moment.
That's good, as long as you're enjoying it.
Yeah,
Pardon
Jeff
me.
says, all very well here. Thanks. Hoping the same for you, my friend, PJ.
Yeah. Exactly, mate. As long as you're having fun, that is the key, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. So, Jeff, have you yet got your job as a drive time radio DJ?
Yeah. Hello,
You're
it's
listening
Jeff
to
at
KBRC.
KWBZRC9. Yeah.
Drive time.
There's a tornado coming. Whoa.
I think if basically Jeff, in fact, you know what Jeff's perfect casting would be? Jeff, your perfect casting would be the kind of the George Norrie, what was the show called? Coast to Coast.
Yeah.
You know, the people calling in about the conspiracy theories and stuff. And
Yeah.
like the George Norrie stuff. That'd be you. Obviously, maybe not necessarily living out in a trailer in the middle of Arizona somewhere in the middle of the desert, like George Norrie did, but, you know, Coast to Coast AM.
I've got this image of Jeff stood on a dystopian RV outside Area 51 with a loud hailer doing his proper Jeff voice, you know.
Yeah. Except he's known us for too long. He'll be there going, Squigwidge, free for a pound, come and get yours.
Just emboldening the world on all of his theories. It would be mint, wouldn't it? I'd go.
He'd be like the world's first conspiracy theorist who actually just puts forward actual scientific facts.
Yeah.
Rather than actual rubbish. He's like, you know, here's a scientific fact.
Well, yeah, because you could have a conspiracy theorist on top of one RV and Jeff would be fact-checking him on the other. I think you'll find you're actually incorrect there, and this is why.
Dueling banjos, conspiracy banjos.
Oh, it'd be legendary, wouldn't it? What fun.
The conspiracy theorist is like, and Jeff's like, you're an idiot.
Yeah. just imagine him going, yeah, right, that's enough of that then. Yeah.
Now, here's another thing. Here's a thing. Oh, here's an idea. You haven't played Fallout 3 yet.
No.
But when you do, you'll meet a radio DJ called Three Dog.
Oh, right.
What I could imagine doing is like making a mod to get Jeff to re-record all Three Dog's lines.
Oh, right, yeah.
So instead of Three Dog, it'd be Jeff doing all those lines. Thanks for listening, children. I like Three Dog. Three Dog. Oh. Ooh.
Jeff just narrating anything would be cool.
Yeah, that's true.
Audio books, that's what he'd be good at. All the audio books. Jeff narrating Cosmos. Oh.
Yeah, that's a bit meta, that, isn't it?
That would be, wouldn't it? That'd be like, oh.
The thing is, right, my problem with audiobooks is that I got the first Ghosts by Dr. Irving Finkel, who's the assistant Assyriologist at the British Museum. And he's going through like Assyrian history and Mesopotamian stuff and how they, how they thought about ghosts and the afterlife and things like that, all their beliefs. And it's a very good book anyway.
Yeah.
Quite funny in places. And he wrote the book and he's reading it, and he's such an excellent reader because it just seems like he's talking. He's not reading a book.
Yeah.
But ever since I got that, I can't listen to any other audiobooks because they're not even remotely as good as him.
Yeah.
It's like he's spoilt it now. I can't listen to anybody else.
Oh.
And he's only got 2 audiobooks. I'm like, do more, write more books, dude. So Irving Finkel. I mean, Irving Finkel is a national treasure anyway. Just look him up. But his audiobooks are divine. If anybody out there has got Audible, just get the first Ghost by Dr. Irving Finkel. Just trust me. Even if you don't care about ancient Mesopotamian history, just trust me. You'll just do it. No voice work yet. Who knows, says Jeff.
Oh, it'd be cool.
Jeff doing a commentary track on Carl Sagan DVDs, says
oh, yeah.
Ermintrude, Gertie, Betsy. Oh, God. I'll get there in the end.
The same time you get that right, it'd be time to change his name again.
Yeah, you'll be like, it's Philippa now. Oh, man. Might just call him Twinkle and leave it at that. Dee 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 dee. Mind you, the thing that makes the first Ghost such a good audiobook is not just Irving Finkel's voice, his reading it, narration. He's also got 2 voice actors who read out the extracts from various cuneiform texts, and they are also awesome. It's a guy called Michael Fenner, who does a lot of audiobook work. His voice is fantastic, the way he reads them. And I can't remember the woman's name. She's very good as well. And it's spoiled it now. I can't listen to any other audiobooks.
Yeah, H likes her audiobooks.
Yeah. I got I got a couple of books on on Rome by Professor Mary Beard. And I love Professor Mary Beard when she does programs on the BBC about ancient Rome. She's really funny and she's dead casual about it all.
Yeah.
She makes it like she really talks about life in ancient Rome as if it makes it real. It's not stuffy. But when she's reading her audiobook, she really can't read audiobook. It's like, oh, you really should not have.
Oh dear.
Yeah, you really should have paid a voice actor to do this because it's not the best. She couldn't keep me interested at all on her audiobooks. I'm like, I'm sorry, Mary Beard, I love your work, but I can't get Irving Finkel to read your books instead.
Says the bloke who's never done an audiobook.
Oh no, I haven't. But I know what interests me, and I know what I don't like. It's like I can't listen to it. It's just. But yeah, Irving Finkel. I listen to him read books all day long. Did Fox just call me Twinkle? Is he trying to get a date?
Yeah, he did, mate. He did. Yeah. You don't get offers like that every day, mate, do you? I'd start sleeping with one eye open, mate.
Does that mean something I'm not aware of? I'm just going off the character from Dinner Ladies. I think it was Dinner Ladies, was it? Was it Dinner Ladies? I can't remember now. That thing with Victoria Wood. Some character called Twinkle. Was it? Oh, I don't know what it was now. I really can't remember.
I've got no idea what you're on about, to be quite honest with you, mate.
No, neither am I.
The audience are like, yeah, what's he on about? What's he on about? What are we doing? Go to 2:30 today, mate, because you've got to be up early. And
and it is very warm.
Yeah, and it is a bit warm, mate. So yeah, if we go to 2:30, mate, I think that should do us, to be honest.
I'm conscious of you being stuck in the warmth all day when you can be under your spinny fan.
Yeah, so it is a bit muggy in here, I must admit.
Yes. Good God, it's 10 to 2. I didn't even realise.
I know, it's whiz by, isn't it?
Yeah, you've done your standing up for a bit, haven't you?
Yeah, I did that a little while ago.
Yep. Yes, Twinkle was in Dinner Ladies. Nearly 2 a.m. call. Don't forget to get up and walk about. Says,
I did Gladys. That about 20 minutes ago, mate. I did it earlier today.
Yep.
But, we're doing a bit of a shorter show tonight anyway, so...
Not Shawnee's show, shorter show.
Yeah, that or not.
God, that's a blast from the past. I've been listening to Graham Hancock reading his books, Fingerprints of the Gods and America Before, to name 2 of them. Superb stuff, says PJ.
Oh, nice.
Not familiar with who he is. I didn't know this, but when it comes to audiobooks, the normal routine is that if it's fiction, you get an actor to read it.
Oh,
and if it's non-fiction, you tend to get the author to read it, unless they're completely incompetent and can't read. I didn't realise that. I was listening to an interview and they were saying, because it's a non-fiction book, most audiobook companies will get the author to do non-fiction themselves.
Yeah. Interesting
unless
fact.
The authors,
I never know.
Unless the authors... I guess it's because they think it's not going to sell that much. They don't really want to pay a voice actor.
Yeah, it could be that.
Yep.
Could be worse. Could be me reading it. What chance have they standing?
Yeah. The interesting thing is, the one I was listening to, it's interesting that a couple of times you can, because me and you, we do editing and we end up editing our own audio and stuff in our videos. When you listen to it, I can every now and then pick up where they've done a little bit of a cut.
Oh, right, yeah.
Or he's done like 2 takes and they've cut them, spliced them together. Yeah. And the gap between 2 words is just a little bit too short.
Oh, yeah, there's like,
Or they've maybe sped it up a little bit just to, and there's a couple of bits where he actually makes little goofs, but they haven't edited them out.
Yeah.
That's quite nice. They left them in. Yeah, just the way he reads it is just, he's not reading it. He's just, I don't know. It's hard to, it's just like he's just telling you. It's amazing.
He's narrating rather than reading, you mean?
Yeah. Because if he said something at one point and I didn't know what the word was, so I went to look up I went to actually look at the book that he's reading out.
Yeah. And
the word, and if you actually read the passage, it's really dry. But when he reads it out, it's just not dry at all. I love this man so much. He needs to get lots of programs on the BBC. He's also got an epic beard, and he's got epic beard action.
Epic beard always wins.
Yeah. I mean, everybody you know with a beard, there's nothing compared to Irving Finkel's beard.
Well, I don't know, Dan Croak's beard. That's legendary.
No, even Dan Croak's beard pales in comparison.
Nah, can't go dissing Dan Croak's beard, mate. He'll shoot me.
Yep. Wait, that's not consequences for me, though, is it?
Well, yeah, because I'll get to shoot you first.
Ah, that is consequences for me. Damn it.
Yeah, Dan Croak's beard is legendary, mate. I must admit. It's proper beardness.
Proper beardness. Is that the Amazon review?
Yeah, well, mate, it's a legendary beard.
Proper beardness. Would eat here again.
Oh, yeah, definitely. A lot of effort has gone into that beard. That is, it's a well looked after beard.
It does amaze me because, like, knowing how much of a pain in the backside a big, long beard can be.
Yeah.
How some people stick with them is just beyond me.
Oh, mate, he's cultivated a really good beard there, mate. And his dedication to his beardiness, mate. Yeah, I'll take the hat off to him, mate.
But to me, it's like the moment I sit there and think, I really fancy this for my dinner. Oh, wait, I can't eat that because it's going to be a living hell with this beard. Like, I really fancy a messy cheeseburger. Oh, I can't do that.
Yeah, but this is where the Croak Incorporated beard net comes into its own.
Ah, a support structure of sorts.
Yeah. You know, it's...
See, I know in the Victorian times...
Yeah.
And the early 20th century, gentlemen could get little things that sat on the top of a teacup that their moustache would rest on.
Oh, yeah, moustache guards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't know there were things for beards. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yes, no. My usual test is I'll grow the beard until I can no longer easily eat like a big filthy Big Mac.
Yeah.
That's the point at which I'm like, yep, needs to be trimmed now. Because when I end up with more Big Mac in my moustache than in my actual mouth, or every mouth of mess.
I normally get the trimmer out when I get nostril ticklers.
Oh yeah, that's the other one. Oh, I hate that.
You know, and it's like, the trimmer's coming out because...
And you can never find them, can you?
No.
You can look in the mirror and close it and be like, nope, still can't see it.
Absolutely. They're the beard wearers thing from hell. They're basically hairs that come out, but they curl upwards and they tickle your nostrils. Yep. And it's like, But you'll sit there trying to pluck them out and you'll get every hair around it rather than the nostril tickler.
And they will only do it at the most inopportune moments, like, you know, in the dock, at the funeral.
Yeah.
Things like that. Only at the worst possible time will they make themselves known. And don't even get me started if you've got a big fluffy moustache and you do a big messy sneeze. It's just, that's just not even, that's just not good.
Like I say, I went 1 year without a beard and it was like, I
can't do it. I've got to have something.
Yeah, H was like, do you want to grow your beard back? Bum face. All right, love.
Bum face. Yeah, no, I have to have something. I'd rather just have my little, my little goatee type thing, but I'm just too lazy and end up with me hobo beard at least for a month.
Well, I'm a man with a bald head, so where to end a beard, a full beard, would be a problem. Because, I see blokes with bald heads with full beards. It's like, how do they decide where the sideburn bit ends?
It's the eternal dilemma, isn't it? It's like...
and it's just like... so I tried it once and H was like, don't work for you, love. Go with your goatee, mate. Okay, love.
Okay, love.
Because at the end of the day, I tried a moustache once. My boy dared me to do it. I said, got to do a moustache. He said, just to see Mum's reaction. I said, Mum hates moustaches. Why have a moustache?
He's like, oh, does she?
Yeah, why have it so it looks like an eyebrow has fallen down? She's never seen the point of just having a moustache. It's like, the little square bit of beard that people have stuck to the end of their chin. She doesn't get that either.
Soul patch. No, soul patches, no.
No, I don't mean the one between the lip and the chin. I mean the one that goes under the chin,
Oh, like a chin strap thing. Yeah, I know you mean. Yeah,
she doesn't see the point of them. No, soul patch is even worse for her, but...
Yeah. Yeah, no, soul patches.
But,
no, I've never understood, like, you get the beards where they have, like, no moustache and no, just the strap under their chin. There was a guy on the other day, some American diplomat or something. And I'm like, that beard in no way at all makes me want to even remotely take anything you're saying seriously.
Yeah, it's a strange one, isn't it?
It literally is a chin strap. It's like, what is the point? Why not just grow it above your chin and like around your mouth and have a beard?
I've never seen anyone carry off that look well, to be quite honest with you.
It's like having a strap of hair going from left to right on your head. You wouldn't do it. It looks stupid. Go from ear to ear, but nothing else anywhere else. You'd be like,
exactly. Yeah, but it's like comb-overs.
Well, yeah, that's just desperation usually, isn't it?
Yeah, that's always fascinating me. We've got a guy that lives locally. He's got what we call the triple whammy. It's combed over from the back. He's then got a section that comes from each side, and it's like, looks like the top of an envelope, you know, when you look at the back of an envelope. It's a bizarre-looking creation. So, of course, when he walks up on a windy day, it opens like a flower. It's really bizarre.
Well, it reminds me when the other day we were talking about Steven Seagal's hair, and I posted up that picture because I remembered this guy from a documentary on Channel 4 in the mid-2000s. It was about Britain's fattest man, and it had this guy called John something or other.
Yeah.
Who at the time was Britain's fattest man. And this guy I think he was either bald or he shaved his head. But then what he did was, instead of wearing like a wig or a toupee, what he did was he made kind of a fan shape out of black gaffer tape.
Oh, and stuck his hair to it.
Yeah, and he looked like the bloke from Babylon 5 a little bit, mixed with a geisha.
Yeah.
But that was it. So he was like this enormous bloke with a big bald head and then like a wedge of hair made out of gaffer tape.
Oh.
And he called it John's creation.
Okay.
And when asked about it, he'd say, "It's John's creation." And he'd go out in public with that. That was it. No. That was him if he had to go out. Yeah, that was that's what he looked like.
I mean, each to their own, don't get me wrong. But...
Oh, yeah. He was happy, but just, if you get a chance, just look up Britain's fattest man, John, I can't remember his surname now, and just John's creation. You'll see it. Yeah,
my brother went through it when he started losing his hair. He kind of had this wisp of hair on the top of his head, and I'm like,
yeah,
dude, you're fooling no one. Why don't you just get the clippers out and number one it? Yeah, but I should. It's not worth it, mate. I cut mine off. Like I say, I lost my hair rather rapidly over about a 3-month period. And I just got the clippers out in the end. It's like, it's pointless, you know.
Well, it's like mine. I mean, I'm not going bald anywhere, but my hairline has receded quite a lot over the years. So I used to have like hair down to my backside, and I'd have big long hair and stuff, and I used to love it. But as my brow disappeared backwards, my hairline, I'm like, I can't really do that anymore.
Yeah,
so I
it's just that crooked skull cap look in it as it starts going backwards. It's like, there comes a point.
It's like, I'm not in status quo. So let's just go for a number 2. So I'll just give it a number 2, and then after a while it gets a bit long or fluffy. I'll just give it a number 2 again. And I often wondered that. I suppose it's like, if you start getting bald, just
get the clippers out, mate.
Yeah.
I mean, at the moment, I haven't had my Turkish shave done, and I've not trimmed. I've not got the clippers out this week, so I've got stubble growing through, and it's like, I can't be doing with it. I've got to get the clippers out because looks like an half-made bed on my head. Do you know what I mean? It's like, no, I can't have that.
Well, one of my a friend of mine was like, he was getting a patch at the back, had a big patch at the back, and he was getting quite stressed about it. And I just said to him, just either shave it, so you've got a shaven head, or just give yourself a number 1 or number 2.
Yeah, don't stress over it. It's only hair.
Because at the end of the day, okay, if you give yourself a number 1 or a number 2, you're still going to see that bit where there's no hair, but it's going to be a lot less obvious than. I said, at the end of the day, you said, but I'm like a spawny accountant type. I don't really do shaven head. I said, which looks more stupid, a shaved head or the hair that you think looks stupid because you've got a big bald patch? He's like, good point. I said, yeah.
Well, this is it. It looks like a rolled back gentleman bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Because I just said to him, I said, you may not think you'll suit a shaven head, but nobody suits your bald spot. And
it's like everything. Everyone thinks shaven head, people are going to think you're a crook. You know, I did, you know, and it's like, look, if people think it, they'll think it. But at the end of the day,
it depends what the rest of the person is doing at the time.
Exactly. So, you know, it's...
If they're walking around in, like, you know, half-mast jeans and Doc Martens, then yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's no biggie, is it? Let's be honest with you. It's only hair at the end of the day. It's when people go, oh, I didn't realise you was bald. I go, really? Am I? It's like, yeah.
Oh, crap, when did that... Oh, I didn't notice.
I've left my wig indoors. You know, it's like... Yeah.
Damn, I didn't look for 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, whatever.
Damn, I was waiting to see that happen and I missed it now.
Yeah. Like, damn it, when did that happen? I am sure I had hair when I left the house.
My missus will kill me, I've lost it again.
Yeah, damn it, I've gone and lost it. Yeah. I'm going to tell the missus.
Right, don't tell the missus, she might not notice.
He's got his trues, yeah. He's got that. He's got his Bruce
Donald,
Willis.
where's your trousers?
He's got his dungers. Yeah, that's that colour done. Yeah, just alienate the entire Scottish population, dear.
I'm half Scottish, I'm allowed.
Yeah.
It's a real song.
No, ain't, is it?
By a real Scottish person. Yeah, it's valid. I can do it.
Damn, I never knew that, Fox.
I know you knew.
Oh, bless you. Right, is that the fist? No, that's Evil Sons. Need that.
Evil Sons.
Do I need that? I've done that. I've done that. I'll tell you what I do need. Snake bite leather.
No, can't I do anything with that?
A bit of agrax as well. Right, should I say? That. Oh, did I need that?
What are you thinking, dude?
I'm just thinking of the colours, what I've used, what I don't need anymore. Okay, I've got that. I've got that to do. I reckon I can get a bit of that done and do the detail stuff next time. Yeah, there you go. Okie dokie. Yeah, I've got enough time to do that.
Over there, boy. 240 good would be nice.
We can have a bit of Evil Sons, get them started.
Have you? A bit of Evil Sons.
Where did I put that brush? It's gone.
Hey, I've just noticed Cole at 1.89. Start that again. PJ, hey, I've just noticed Carl, 1,890,000, no, 1.89k subs. 110 required to hit the big 2k.
Yes, PJ, thanks, mate. Yeah, I've
nearly there.
It's been creeping along quite nicely. Yeah, it'd be nice to get to 2k, to be quite honest with you, you know, so it's organically growing nicely. But yeah, obviously, if you know anyone that would be interested in my name drivel, mention it to them. It would be nice to get the channel to 2k. It'd be nice to do it by me birthday, because it'd be the perfect birthday present, wouldn't it?
Yeah. If you're watching and you're not subscribed, like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Notification bell.
But no, it's...
I can't subscribe.
Been creeping up nice and organically over the last few months, and yeah. Yep.
And that's the beauty, you know, it's all genuine.
Yes, I've not had to buy my subscribers, mate. We know a few that have.
Oh, yeah.
And,
you know, the people that subscribe to you are people that like your stuff.
Yeah, which I've always found a bit strange. Why would you go out and buy subscribers?
Yeah, because you just...
Because if YouTube find out, they will cull your channel.
Well, that's the thing. 90% of those subscribers will be just subscription channels anyway that will disappear after a few months.
Subbots, yeah. But it is quite funny, you know.
People think that nobody will notice. It's like, no, they'll know. Trust me.
It's when you see a channel that's had mysteriously exactly 100 subs every 4th week of each month. It's like, oh dear, really?
It's when you see a channel that goes from like 12,000 subs to 6,000 subs overnight, and you're like, yeah, you spent a lot of money there, didn't you? That was wasted.
YouTube busted, yeah.
La, 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 la.
Does make me giggle because...
Yeah, it's like, because YouTube will never figure that out.
Yeah. It's when you see a channel that was under a couple of hundred subs suddenly on 3k subs, you're like, Yeah.
Yeah. You're having a laugh.
And then they wonder why they're not getting a monetized button. It's because YouTube have sussed you, mate. They're not daft. The algorithm doesn't. Yeah.
Well, they get all the extra subs and forget that they also need so many views as well. It's like, yeah, you forgot that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. How many of us have had them messages? So, how comes your channel gets monetized and mine don't? Well, it's viewing figures, mate.
Yep.
At the end of the day.
For some
I've
people,
noticed your remarkable growth in the last month. Be careful of that, because if you do ever end up monetized and YouTube find out, they won't be happy.
No.
It's an instant ban now, isn't it? So
Yep.
the channel gets blocked.
You're gaming the monetization system. They just boot you out.
Actually, it's your IP address now, isn't it, that gets flagged?
Yep.
So any future channels you try to create.
Yep. It can happen.
I do find it funny.
Oh, yeah.
Every now and
like
then we
something-
go, cool, have you seen how quick that channel there's grown in the last month?
I do find it funny that, that people do this and they get all this. It's like, what is the point? If you're making content and your subscribers aren't growing naturally because they've enjoyed your content, then what is the point of you doing why are you even doing it?
My philosophy is you're only conning yourself.
Yeah.
All right, you're pandering your own ego and it's looking good to others that you've got a high number. But at the end of the day, you're conning yourself. So I would rather it grow organically so that I know I'm doing something right. If I'm doing something wrong, I'm sure people will post it in the comments. And yeah, so...
Yeah.
And I only have to look at me views, and me percentages, of me audience that are subscribers, they're coming back and watching, and that for me is more important than the number itself. But yeah, it would be nice to get to 2K, he says seriously, because it's a number that's a target of mine, that's all. That's just my own personal target.
It is a good number.
I can remember when I got 100 subs, messaging Fox going, cool, I've got 100 subs. I never thought that would happen.
Yeah, you're well made up.
I was over the moon.
I remember when I got my first 100 subs. It was amazing.
Yeah. Oh, bless you. Thank you, mate. PJ has put in a £10 super chat. He says, have some 3D coins, Carl, and donation to the 3D printer. Thank you very much. Yes, I shall be clearing a space and saving up for a while to get it, because why not?
Yes, said it.
Pardon me. But yeah, it's something I need to get, because what with plans afoot and things like that, it's just, yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you for your kindness, PJ, again, mate. It really does mean a lot, mate. It really does.
Appreciated.
And I massively appreciate every single subscriber I get and every single person that kindly puts their hand in their pocket to help me out, because I'm fully aware that money's tight. And yeah, when people go and do that, it just makes me appreciate it. It really does.
Yeah.
Because
Got a little bit blubby, don't you?
I do. And it's
A little bit
daft,
floppy.
I know Helen says I'm an emotionless husk, but I do get a bit blubby, because it's the fact that people have taken the time to think of you, and it's...
Yeah. And they're validating and saying, we like your stuff. We appreciate what you do.
I'm my own biggest critic, as you know, because poor old Fox does get a lot of my self-confidence rants and stuff, and I'm
it's just the way
terrible. I know I am, but I can't help it. And I wish I wasn't like it, but I think it's healthy, because I don't then get this arrogance that some people can get, because
Oh, God, no.
I know my failings, I know my shortcomings, and I put a video up, I hate on it straight away, and it's like, I'm terrible. I know I am, but
Well, it's better than being the kind of person that says, I'm brilliant and I know everything.
no,
Yeah,
it's...
Yeah, they're not nice people.
I used to send him my links to all my e-models content before I'd put the videos up going, do you think it'll be all right? Only I really don't want to disappoint e-models. It'd be a nightmare to go, dude, just post the bloody thing up. But I think it's healthy in a way, but unhealthy in another way.
Self-doubt is always good because, like I say, the alternative would be to think you're the bee's knees and be arrogant, and that's not the case.
No.
But it's quite funny with e-models in a way because he's there saying to me, do you think they'd like this? Do you think they'd like that? And yet when I speak to e-models, like, Festa can do what he wants. We think Festa is the dog's macaronis and he can do what he wants. We don't care what he does.
I was gobsmacked by that when Fox told me this because I'll message him and go, are they happy with what I do? And he's like, dude, they don't shut up about it. And I go, oh, all right then, okay.
Yeah. It's like you could literally post a half-hour video of you going, hello, 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 just for half an hour. And they'd be like, yeah, we love it.
It's like the Japanese folks over at Godhand like what I do. And it's like, to me, I'm blown away by that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that this company is quite happy with the fact that I do stuff their videos for e-models and they like what I'm doing, and I'm like, really? Little old me?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's quite flattering.
Be flattered. Some not that I can say anything, but there are some good things coming from Japan.
Yes.
With e-models in the future.
Oh yes.
Some good things have been happening over there while Pete Mate's sunning himself in sunny Japan. Lots of interesting things happening that I can't tell any of you about, but just trust me.
Oh, exactly. It's all coming.
He's not just there for the sun, and sangria.
Oh, yes. There'll be lots of filming going on.
Mm-hmm. Lots of things have happened. Very exciting announcements.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. I'll tell you later.
Well, I know some of them, but yeah.
Oh, you might know some that I don't. Cool.
Not totally ignorant, but yeah. So I've got filming commitments, so yeah.
That's true.
Which I don't mind because it's interesting, isn't it? It's just yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. No, I don't know what James or Peter's already told you. So.
Yeah.
Just stuff that Pete Mate's told me. So there's lots of interesting things for the people to look forward to in the coming weeks. Okay, that gap filled a bit better. I managed to clean up the gap on that inner thigh there a little bit. It might need a bit more work. This one might be a bit easier because it's glooped out into the little recess a bit more. So
absolutely,
it's going to be harder to get into. Right, which way is that? Goes that way. Oh, excuse me, burping.
You're suitably excused.
Excusulated. Squeeze me.
There.
I suddenly find myself very hungry.
Oh.
And sad that I threw the half of Mama Wolf's Subway sandwich away that she hadn't finished. I could have eaten that.
Oh dear.
There's only one thing for it.
Late night ordering.
No. Fridge raid, bendy sausage and beans.
Good man.
I think maybe the way forward later. And and a bit of the Aurora if it's still going.
Yeah, that works for me.
sit in the garden with a tin of beans watching the Aurora. How northern, how like just blokey is that?
Yeah, but it's the way forward.
Yeah, it is the way forward.
Let's get that out there.
A little bit of that. I'll leave that to set for a while before I start cleaning that up.
Panzer Cat is in, saying hello. Hello, Panzer. How you doing,
morning.
mate? Hope you're keeping well. Nice to see you. I see you nice.
All right. I was saying how to Panzer. Panzer Cat says hi, Twinkle. to Betsy, Gertrude, whatever. And he says, "Are you after a date as well?" And Panzer's like, "No, definitely not." You put twinkle in perverted commas. It was quite a big thing, this thing, whatever it is, big pig thing, big pig.
Yeah, this is the kind of thing massive pig, is it?
Yeah, this is just imagine this barreling out to get you while you're trying to hunt like deer and stuff.
Yeah,
it's significantly of a size. I'll clean up that leg later. 53.
Clean up your leg.
Oh, I've got his butt strap to do. Butt strap. 52.
Go back and do his dungarees then, and
crikey, dungarees. It's truth.
His little grot dungarees.
It could, of course, have been worse, much worse. He could have called you Tinkle.
Yeah, Tinkle. Yeah.
Now, to me, you see, if someone's called Tinkle, that's Mr. Tinkle, which is a Weeble and Bob character.
Oh, right, yeah.
A man who's got a Christmas pudding for a head and he just says tinkle, tinkle a lot. And he always dies at the end of each cartoon.
Paul D. Tommaso's in, son. Hello. Paul, how you doing, mate? Love to you and Dawn. Hope you're both keeping well.
Yes. Been a while.
Been a while, like I say, yeah. Is there an echo? Been a while, yeah.
Yes, been a while. Is there an echo?
Exactly.
You're an echo.
I'm made of echoes, but I'm happy.
Do 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 do. I've got hardware acceleration turned on in my browser tonight, so hopefully, and it seems to be a lot quieter running the stream, and you're a lot clearer picture at my end. So
yeah,
it seems to prefer my browser running at hardware mode.
I'm lucky. I've got the big number broadband, so it just goes me. Now that it's all up and running.
Aye. I wish I had big numbers.
Yeah.
I don't have big numbers.
Oh, lambkins. Show me on the dolly where the big numbers hurt you.
It showed me in the not big numbers department is where it showed where it hurt me. How does that go on there? What? How does this go on there like that? See, like this. It's going to be one of those things where you should have done it before, but it tells you to do it afterwards.
It's just going to be another buildy wibble.
No, it wouldn't be the first time Games Workshop, would it? Come on now. Be honest. They say do it in a particular way and you think, yeah, I should have done it the other way, really. That was not the best way to do it.
These muscles going.
Oh, I see. That goes, do I? I don't know if I do. Confused.
You confused, are you, dear?
Yes.
Oh, dear.
Okay, that goes under there.
The only bloke I know who get confused with a two-part model kit.
Hey, don't even think about giving me a two-piece jigsaw. Psh, that's 100% more than a challenge than I need. How is that even supposed to... What? Is it the way around? No, it's not the way around. Oh. That's his loss.
I'll do all the teeth next week. Okay. Yeah, you can do with a dry brush.
52, wasn't it? Very stiff.
So what have we got planned for the rest of our weekend then, folks, in the chat? What do you got planned? You got any family coming down? Have you got sport that you're going to be watching? Am I right that it's the last week of the football season, PJ, or am I a week early, mate?
Fitba. Hey. I don't know anything about football.
I've not been following it much, to be honest with you. I mean, I wouldn't because I'm a West Ham fan, so, you don't follow football when you're a West Ham fan.
I've just broken it. Okay. Yeah, that's like, there you'd be like, I don't follow football, I'm a Man City fan.
We are,
in the old days.
We are getting a new manager next season. He's already in place for the start of the season. So David Moyes is leaving us after 4 years. And I honestly don't think he's done too bad myself. And I think the fans have been a bit harsh on him, to be quite honest with you. I think he's won us a European trophy against the odds. He's not had a massive kitty to play with. He's not really had the support of the board for the last season. So I think he's conducted himself rather well, to be honest with you. So I wish him all the best.
I'll just defer to you on that one.
Yeah, it's one of them. I mean, don't get me wrong, the style of football's been a bit... But at the end of the day, it's ironed us out results. It's ironed us out winning a trophy. It's that, all right, we've had a couple of thrashings, don't get me wrong. But overall, I don't think he's done too bad a job, to be honest with you.
I'm not qualified to comment.
No, it's one of them, nor am I. I'm not an expert in football, don't pretend to be, but I don't like it when people get on a manager's back just because it seems to be the thing to do, So,
I can certainly understand the appreciation for football and stuff, and why people get so passionate about it. I can absolutely understand that.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't float my boat at all.
No, I'm not as passionate as I once was. I'm a lot older now, and I've just lost that youthful enthusiasm. But
yeah,
if I think someone's getting a hard time just because their face doesn't fit, it don't matter what club they're managing, I just can't help but feel a bit sorry for them because they're doing their best with the resources they've got. And once 11 footballers go onto the field, the manager isn't playing the game with them. So, if the team are playing badly, it's the individuals playing, not the manager.
Yeah, you can have all the tactics in advance you want. It doesn't matter if the players out there choke.
It's no different. We could sit here, and we've had this before where someone will message us, can you show us how you did that? Yeah. You show them, and they go and do it the complete opposite anyway. And it's no different than football. The manager can be on the training field saying, this is what I need you to do. And the players go on the field and do the complete opposite.
Yep.
And that must be frustrating. I personally couldn't be a football manager. I think it's a poison chalice. Only ends one way with a sack.
Yep.
And if you've got Carlos Kickerball that ain't really interested in playing for the club, what do you do with that? He's contracted, he's getting paid whether he plays well or not. And it's like...
I like that, Carlos Kickerball. I like that name.
Yeah, but it does my head in, but...
Yeah.
It's just one of them. But he's going now, and we've got some other geezer in... I can't even remember his name. Uran some or whatever his name is. Probably Dave Murray for all I know, but
I think you nailed it.
But yeah, it's easier to just go, our new manager is there you go, that got it right.
Dave.
And just says, I've noticed something. The football season ends just in time for the new series of Love Island starting. Oh, you're going in, are you, Panzer? I can just imagine you bounding down the beach like Bo Derek in 10, mate. A bit of Revell's Bolero going.
Watch that drivel. Ugh.
Yeah, see, that's an image now that you lot can't get off your retinas. Sorry for doing that to you, he says.
He's not sorry. He says sorry. He's not sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm not really.
Sorry, not sorry.
You might have noticed.
Right, anybody building this more tusk grunter thing, you have a strap to put between on this butt that goes underneath the two rear armour panels, and it says to put the armour first and then the strap. Don't, because it will snap. There's no way to do it. You have to jam it in. So put the strap on first, then put the armour on. Just so you know. Don't follow the instructions.
You want to put a strap on?
Yeah, stick a strap on the butt first before you put the armour on.
Wow.
It's the way forward. So I'm having to put an extra bit of leather on there now to make it look like it's meant to look like that.
Oh,
Yeah. Ignore the instructions.
Yeah, that might give me what I'm after. Let's have a look at it. That's right. Betsy says I need counselling now. Yeah, sorry for putting that image in your head, folks.
Not sorry. He's not sorry.
No, I'm not really.
He's not sorry.
I thought if it's in my head, it's in yours.
Do you know what's in my head?
Food.
Bendy sausage and beans.
See? He's thinking of a bendy sausage. He's obsessed, this man.
Hey, you get a bendy sausage in your gob, you'll become obsessed about a bendy sausage.
Post it. Post it. I can do this.
Oh, which reminds me, I never did the question that we were going to talk about.
Yeah,
post it. Give us a good 5 minutes talk. Had a question from Simon Patterson.
All right, yeah.
Long-time listener, first time now, just joking. He says, I've decided to finally get into all this model making stuff, which is surprising because he's been in the boom pile, I think, in your group for ages. I thought he was already a modeler. He says, I've decided to get into it. He says, I've got some nippers, and I think he said he got nippers and some files. And he said, what kind of tools and stuff do I need to get started? It's that open question of I want to start making models. What do I need? And it's basically you need everything, but you don't need it. So I thought I'd ask that one.
Yeah.
We can do a round robin and see what people think.
Yeah, I mean, does he mean physical tools or consumables or?
I guess he means all of it.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously he's got nippers, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
He didn't mention a hobby knife, so I would say a hobby knife of some sort.
Yeah, decent set of sanders.
Yep. He said he had sanding sticks.
Oh, right, yeah, so he's covered that.
Yep.
Brush.
Some sanding sponges would be good. They
definitely is he brush painting. It's, some sexy brushes.
Yep, decent brushes of one sort or another.
Yeah,
with brushes, it really is worth spending the money.
Yeah.
I think, because you can buy crappy cheap brushes, but you'll just be painting with crappy cheap brushes, which won't help you.
Yeah, obviously airbrushes, that's $1 million question. Not everyone can afford it or can use them in their environment. So I'd certainly stick with, if you brush painting, some decent brushes, good, better, best at the end of the day.
Yeah. I mean, if your plan is to dive straight into like shiny cars or aircraft and stuff, then obviously
you're going to need an airbrush, yes.
Yeah, but if you're starting off with something that you don't need to airbrush, like armor, tanks, figures, things like that, then maybe start with some brushes.
And
brushes is the one thing where I would say, while you're learning how to paint, try to use nice ones.
Well, this is what I was about to say, but you
go for it.
You went for it, which was good, better, best. Yep. You have your good brushes that are your daily workhorse, and then your better brushes for a bit of detail. Your super uber ones are when you really want to get in and do some high detail stuff. So, yeah. Carry on.
Yeah. That was basically what I was going to say. For recommendations for brushes, I mean, me and Festa used similar and different things.
Yeah.
I tend to use nice brushes. And we both tend to use nice brushes. We don't use crappy brushes, but we do have crappy brushes.
Yeah.
But I tend to use the Citadel brushes from Games Workshop. I've got some Broken Toad brushes from Broken Toad. And I have the God Hand brush sets as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm using now.
Yeah, that's at the more pricey end of the market. A lot of the other manufacturers, like does the Army Painter, do a good brush set. The 5 or 6 brush set is not that expensive, and that's a good set of brushes.
Yeah, that's what I've got over there, the Army Painter stuff.
Yep, that's a good... I used to use them, but I kind of migrated up. Was they're good beginner brushes, those? Because you go from large to small.
Yeah.
And it is worth having cheap, crappy brushes, but you use them for cheap, crappy tasks like...
Yeah, your bread and butter brushes, but...
Yeah, like, bit of dry brushing, don't have to spend a fortune on a dry brush. So get yourself some cheap brushes, if because they're handy to have.
Things like the eyeliner brushes available on Festa67's workshop.com in my Amazon store.
Eyeliner brushes, they're actually really, really good for fine details.
Brilliant little things.
Yep.
So, yeah.
And one amusing thing I didn't know until recently, A lot of people say go for the Winsor & Newton Series 7 brushes, which is fine. They're very nice brushes. However, if you want a Winsor & Newton Series 7 00, it's actually the Games Workshop Citadel Artificer brush.
Same brush.
Yeah, exactly the same brush and a bit cheaper.
Yeah.
Games Workshop. So. Yeah. Tools. Pin vise. If you think you're going to be drilling holes for anything, pin vise would be handy.
Yeah, decent pin vise, decent drills.
Yep.
One thing I would recommend is a nice selection of tweezers.
Yep, good tweezers.
You know, pick up tools, anything like that. You know.
Yep.
For me, personally, because I twitch and shake a lot, simple grabber.
Yep.
You know, but there's a million and one tools, isn't it? Sorry, go on, carry on.
I was going to say that's the kind of tool that you get from like watch repair and stuff, isn't it? Little grabbers like that, which are equally handy for model making. Little tiny watchmaking tools can be handy, like the grabbers and stuff. Is that an actual watchmaker's grabber thing?
It is a watchmaker's grabbers. That's what I was about to say, but yeah. You spoke over me, dear.
I apologise.
That's all right, dear. I'm used to it now.
Trying to think what else. I mean, it does depend on what you're actually going to be building as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, for glues.
Yeah, selection of glues, extra fins and that sort of thing. CA glues, glue applicator, you know, cocktail sticks. Most important thing, cocktail sticks. Tiny little specks of glue, or you know, little. Yeah.
Personally, I use the Tamiya glues, the extra thin, and then regular. For regular polystyrene kits. I know you do your own formulations of them, don't you? But it's the same stuff, basically.
Yeah, I've still got like dedicated jars of it, don't get me wrong, but I also have different strength formulas that I make. So that, you know, if I want a really super fast, heavy bond, I get some of my homebrew glue out because, it's
homebrew glue.
It's proper melty, and it's instant. Yeah. It's like,
It's important to understand the difference between the glues as well.
Yes.
If you're doing mostly plastic kits, which are mostly polystyrene, you've got things like the Tamiya extra thin and the regular Tamiya cements. They're welding cements.
Yeah.
They melt the plastic. They melt the two pieces of plastic together. It squishes together like a mess. And then the glue's job is to actually evaporate away and just leaves all the plastic dried and it welds it together. So the glue doesn't actually do any kind of sticking, it just melts it off.
No, it's a welding glue.
Yeah. You can get some cements that don't do that. I can't think of one off the top of my head now.
Some of the AK stuff, GS Hypo, things like that.
Yeah. That's like a bonding cement, isn't it? That actually,
yeah, you know, Mitre Bond, some of the CA glues, that sort of thing, you know.
Yeah. They're the glues that bond things together.
Yoo-hoo glue, that sort of thing. They're bonders, but...
Yep. But really, for model making, ideally you want a welding cement for your polystyrene.
Yeah.
If you plan on doing anything that's not polystyrene, you need to make sure you've got a glue that can do other kinds of plastic, like ABS. I think we've both got things like Deluxe Plastic Magic, which works on most plastics.
Oh, yeah, Plastic Magic. Yeah, it's another good adhesive.
Because things like ABS and stuff, they won't melt together, so you have to use different glues for those. And CA glue is good for resin, for gluing little photo etch bits together, anything that's not porous plastic that you can't melt.
Yeah.
And sometimes repairing plastic kits when you snap something off, a CA glue is a better fix than plastic cement.
Just be careful if you're using rocket accelerators, because they do fracture the glue quite easily. Yeah,
make it a bit weaker. And also cautious using CA glue on painted surfaces, because it can frost up if you do too much. So maybe don't worry about CA glue just yet.
Yeah. And again, paint, you know, it depends on what you're painting. You know, if you're doing super shiny, then you might want to look at lacquers. But again, check your environment.
Yeah.
Because not everyone's got the environment where lacquer paints will work, because they do ping a bit and pong a bit even.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you're listening to this and you get a chance, go back and add to your post, or put a comment on there. Just adding what kind of areas of model making you're interested in, because that might determine what kind of tools will be useful.
Well, this is it. Because if you aren't going to stick to one genre, a lot of what we said is quite generic anyway. But
Yeah.
If you're going for uber shininess, then obviously I would say you might want to look at airbrushing because...
Yeah, if you're doing sports cars and stuff, then you're going to be looking at lacquer paints and airbrushes and spray booths and things like that. So, yeah.
I mean, also as well, don't forget is, I've been building 50 years and a lot of what you see is all been accumulated over a long period of time. So don't try to buy everything at once. Pace yourself.
That's true.
Pace yourself. Don't put yourself under stress to have all the tools straight away because... Yeah.
Get yourself your first kit and just look at what you need for that kit. Obviously, you need glue, you need a few basic tools and the paints you want. And just do that. And then your stash of equipment and tools will gradually... Same for me. It's like 30, 40 years of stuff I've built up. So you'll gradually build up your piles of stuff, and... You might. There's no point buying a load of tools that you might never use.
Exactly.
And just get the tools as you need them. I didn't get a pin vise till I built a U-boat.
Yeah.
Which required lots of little tiny holes being drilled. So I better get a pin vise. So I didn't need one before then. I was building Star Wars stuff. So.
And again, a good Optivisor is another one, so that you can actually see what you're building.
Something to
magnificate. I wear prescription glasses, so I have flip-up magnifiers that I put on there that will give me extra strength, so...
I can't actually wear
a decent Optivisor, because you've got a special head, didn't you?
No, I just find them too uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I've got a special head.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not the most comfortable of things. It's like I find with these, even with these, the pressure on the bridge of my nose gets a bit much because I've broke my nose so many times over the years that, that's why my lenses in my glasses, they're plastic because it just lowers the weight because...
Yeah, I find that. That's why I get the sniffles because it presses down on my nostrils and then squidges them together and I get the sniffliness.
Basically, we're just a pair of old farts that are falling apart.
Yeah, absolutely. If I'm doing something on the bench that doesn't require my magnifying lenses, I've not got the sniffles. If I'm playing on the Xbox, I don't have the sniffles. If I'm reading the internet or surfing for porn or something, there's no sniffles. It's just nothing.
I even wear my magnifiers when I'm playing the Xbox just so that I can see what I'm doing. So it's a minefield. There is so much out there that is available, but there are also unnecessary tools. I find, where you can see a specific tool and it's like, why not just use that? Does the same thing, But so be mindful of that. There are a lot of stuff out there that you won't, it's just a gimmick. Put it that way, but.
Yeah, there's tons of tools that we've both bought over the years. Oh, I could use that, and then
you get it, and you're like that's a bit bish, actually.
Yeah, or you just I got the water cleaning station where you've got the little pot of water. Then
I want one of them.
Yeah, and I thought I got the green stuff well. That'd be great for live streams because I don't have to go and re-empty my cup all the time. And I just found that I never used it.
I use mine every show. It's there. Literally, you'll see me refilling it constantly because it's there. Because I forget with the paint pot, and I'll go out to man cave, and a week later I'm like, "What is that smell?"
Yeah, I just found myself. It turned out that on most streams I don't really have to change the water. It's only if I'm using metallics that I have to switch to other paints, and then it's like, you know what? I'll just use my pot.
No, I use it all the time. So
it'll depend on what you need to do, but there'll always be stuff that you buy that you never use. So don't feel compelled to have all the latest tools.
No, a lot of it you don't need, but really basics, isn't it? Let's be honest, as long as you've got the bare essentials to build your model kit.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, there's also an argument to say, like I was saying before about like brushes, don't go out and buy the cheapest set you can find on Amazon. For most things, you can go a little bit cheap while you're starting out. You could go and buy the pin vise from Games Workshop for £450. You don't need to spend that much money. You can spend
if you're
a lot less on
married, send your missus out on a shopping trip and then pikey some of her makeup brushes.
Yeah.
You know, concealer brushes and things like that are perfect dry brush, beginner dry brushes, because they're perfect for that.
Yeah, you don't need to have expensive brushes for things like dry brushing and stuff. And little tools like, you know, little metal files and things, you don't have to buy model making brand equipment for things like that. You know, you can use any little tools you need to. Cut myself again.
If you want a scratch build, Festa's favourite tool, got to have the saw. Got to have a saw.
Yep. So there are places where you can, you know, use, you know, you don't have to go for branded ammo or AK or Games Workshop or whatever brand tools. For physical tools where you're cutting and making and shaping, you can, you know, I've got a set of dental tools. I've got about 20 of them. It cost me £1 in the pound shop for a pack of 20 of these dental tools, different shapes and sizes.
Spudger, dental tool.
Yeah, spudgers. Yeah, cost me £1 that. So, you know, little files and stuff. You'll probably find that most of us have
a number 6 spudger.
Ooh, number spudger. Most of, you know, we have our nice sanding sponges, but we also have like cheap 50p nail file boards and things like that in our stash.
Yeah.
Yep. So don't worry too much. For things where you need precision, like an airbrush or a paintbrush or stuff, yeah, you don't want to go too cheap, but for basic stuff, don't feel compelled to buy the most expensive because it's not always the best.
So yeah, your simple question turned into half an hour.
Yep.
But it's an interesting subject, isn't it? Because we've all got what we would class as our go-to tools. I'm sure the folks in the chat are sitting there going, yeah, I'd be lost if I didn't have this. In the chat, out of interest, you know, do you have dedicated go-to tools that you feel you couldn't go without? Do you have a favourite tool that you use? I mean, my most favourite tool is me, because I am a tool. Just thought I'd get that in there.
It's funny, though, as well, because I don't know if you're the same, but I certainly am that. Well, of course, I'm the same to me, you spoon. But it'll be like I can have a big selection of stuff, but I'll tend to use, like, one of them. Like, for example, I've got all these, like, God-hand sanding sponges and stuff, but for ages I was still using like tatty old whatever sanding sponges I had because I'd used them for ages.
Yeah.
And it's just because I'm used to using them. I was using them.
I'm brutal with sanders, and I've always said this over the years when people go, God, how could you wreck that sander? I'm very heavy-handed. And I always make a point of saying it's not the product at fault, it's me. It's the user, because I am very heavy-handed. I can destroy a God-hand sander.
Oh, yeah.
Because I am very heavy-handed. It's not the sander's fault, it's me.
Yeah. But I'm the kind of person that I'll tend to, like these little sanders here, I'll use this sander till it's falling apart. I've got like 5 of these little, I've got 5 of these 800 blue ones, but I'll use this specific one till it falls apart. I just don't know why.
Example, right? I bought 500 of these eyeliner brushes, right?
Yep.
Now, I can guarantee you.
Oh, yeah.
I have used the same one in that corner and washed it out time and time. These are one-use disposable brushes, folks. But,
me and Fest were sat there, and he says to me, "You know these like disposable eyeliner brushes we're both using? That are like 3p each." Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you like when you finished it? Did you kind of clean it and use the brush soap and everything? Yeah.
Yeah.
He went back. I've got one. I've got a couple hundred myself, and it's like I've got one there that I've been using for about a month, and it gets cleaned and washed like every other brush.
Yeah. I thought, oh, well, I'll get a job lot of them. Yeah.
Then just use one.
Lex has got to buy a box, full of them, And I said, well, just use them, mate. He's like, oh, cheers, mate. Because he's like me, he paints Warhammer, so.
Yeah. And that's the funny thing. You'll give him a box and he'll use one to death, and then he'll move on to the next one.
Oh, I heard him with the brush pot. I said, all right. He said, yeah, just cleaning them brushes you gave me. I went, oh, good boy. He said, I feel so tight doing it. And I went, yeah, but you're not alone.
And you know the best thing is neither of us are Yorkshiremen.
No. But I am married to a Scot.
That's true. We are both half Scottish.
Thrift is her middle name. She can get 2 salads out of a tomato.
Yeah.
You know.
So it is funny that, at least, I don't know for you, but for me, I tend to I settle with some specific tools that I use, and then I stick to them. I don't like, even though I've got loads of other tools in my collection, I'll stick to that, like that little set of sponges I've got, the dental tools. There's one dental tool I use all the time. I've got loads of them.
Yeah, but we're like that. I'm very brand loyal.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like it with me paint. Yes, I've got different suppliers' paints, but there's 1,000,001 different manufacturers of paint out there. I can't have every single paint set.
No.
But I'm very loyal to certain brands that have served me well over the years, and they are my go-tos. So.
I think the thing with, specifically with sanding and files, is I think for me, it's more just a simple case of when I start using a specific sanding sponge or stick or file, I learn the intricacies and the weirdness of the foibles of that specific file or sponge.
Yes.
And then I'm not having to relearn that by picking up a completely different sponge. I'm just like, oh, no, this one works. There you go, done.
You're a sponge.
Oh, thank you. I like being a sponge. It means I get to do nothing and yet eat.
Absolutely. But yeah, it's one of them. We do like modelling tools. We do like a bit of paint, don't we, us modelers?
Yep.
And we all like a sticker, don't we? We've all got stuff smothered in stickers. We do like a bit of that.
Oh yeah. I got a load of stickers on my microphone and discovered to my horror that when I have my microphone facing me for a live stream on the E-Models nights, it's not the E-Model sticker on the microphone that you can see. I'm like, well, I did that badly, didn't I?
Yeah. Paul D. Tomatoes off. Catch you later, Paul. Take care, mate. Paul. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, so I'd just say, don't skimp on brushes. If you get an airbrush, try not to skimp on the airbrush too much because it'll just make it harder to learn. But for other things, just, look at the first kit you're making, see what you might need for that kit. And just stick to that. Don't have every single tool in the world because you're not going to use most of them ever anyway. I've got, all kinds of things under this bench, tools and things. I've got like a glue gun. I've got hand drills that I never used. I got them and then never used them.
I can remember when I first started filming for A-Models, I had old micro plier sets from my mechanics toolbox, emery bolts that I got off of H, makeup brushes, my exhaust pipes were done with blue eyeshadow, and if I did chipping, it was Bristow's hairspray.
Bristow's hairspray. I've got about 6 cans of that under my bench.
Bristow's bronze, that's the one.
Yeah, Bristow's. It's the only one you ever need for model maker.
And that was it, really. My brushes were ordinary, cheap and nasty airbrushes from the local, paint brushes from the local craft shop. And that was it, because back in the day when I used to build, I used to use the kit paint, the kit brushes, snot glue, and I took 20 years away from the hobby to raise me sons. And then when I come back, there was all these different things, because when I used to do it, you had Umbro paints and Tamiya paints were just coming in. Yep. And then suddenly you had paints in dropper bottles, and all kinds of stuff, different primers. And, I was lucky coming from a painting background. I always primed my models anyway. But it is surprising how many people don't.
No. Don't know, that's the thing.
I mean, I still wash my model kits. It's just a force of habit.
Yeah.
I take the sprues out the box, I put them in a big bowl, bit of dishwasher soap, and just clean it. It's just force of habit.
Yeah. I mean, I would say if you start with a specific kit, do go online and on YouTube and see if there's any videos of people building that kit.
Yes.
And just crib what, if they're showing the build part of it, crib what they're doing, crib what they're using.
Yeah.
And if that tool is particularly expensive because they might be perhaps sponsored by a tool maker or they might be affiliated with a tool retailer or something, look for a slightly cheaper tool that does the same thing. There's plenty of stuff out there. But don't feel compelled to stick to manufacturer brand names for things like,
Well, that's how I got into the different equipment. Was I was in Mahalo at the time after the bike accident, and I got watching Tony because Helen bought me the Rossi bike. She said, "You're going to have a long rehab. You're going to get on my tits following me around the house." So she bought me the Valentino Rossi bike and rider as a set. There's the man cave. It's the old utility room. Just set yourself up in there and see how you get on. Stay out of my way. And that was it. And the internet was a thing. And I thought, okay, let's have a look, see what paints. So I just typed in the Tamiya kit number, paints and stuff like that. And when I looked at the videos tab, there was young Tony sitting there building it. And I just sat and watched it. And I'm sitting there thinking, someone videoing building a model kit. Who wants to watch that? As I'm 2 hours in watching it.
Who wants to watch that? He says, watching that. And
it became a thing. So I emailed Tony, got in touch, and we formed a friendship. And I was doing the Boot Hill Express, finishing that up, and sent him that. Because he said, what you doing? I said, I'm painting wood. And Tony's got that sense of humour that we all love. He said wood. Yeah. So I sent him a picture. He went, holy moly, how the hell have you done that? So we got chatting, and then I said, I've got the bike that you're building to do. Well, Mrs. has said I'm getting on her nerves, so I'm just interested in it. And we struck up a convo with it. And little did I know, in less than 2 years, I'd be building for the same company that he was. It was quite surreal.
So people, when you want to be grateful for having Festa around, you owe it all to H. Hibbs. Hibbs gave you what you didn't know you wanted.
Well, I used to have the workshop in the garden when I did the bikes and that, and I started actually, but I collapsed in the shed and was out there for a number of hours before I got found. And she then said, no, that's not good enough.
That's not happening again.
Yeah, so this room became mine, and over the last decade, I've built up everything you see around me, and that's it, really.
It is a proper man cave, that.
It is, you know, it's like a little TARDIS. If you open a cupboard, one cupboard's got a hidden printer in it, the other's got me plotter cutter. You know, every cupboard's got something in it. One's got my compressor with the airbrush and me spray booth hooks under there because, I
always get mesmerised when Festa explains to me or sends me a picture of the wider room, because all I'd ever seen, or all I ever usually see, is the view you're seeing now, a little bit of his bench. And maybe he'll turn the camera around and you'll see a bit of a shelf. And I thought he was like in some little tiny broom cupboard thing under a stairs. And it's like, but when he shows you the full thing, it's like, it's a whole single bedroom size room. It's like, wow.
When we do the E-models, because I'm literally, I roll my chair backwards right against the door because my monitors are on a kitchen. What I'm working on now is our old kitchen, basically. So of course, when Fox sees it on E-models, he's like, oh, your room must be really small because the back of my chair is touching the door.
Yeah.
And I go, I'm actually 6 foot away from the monitor, mate. And he's like, what? I said,
I've got no sense of scale of how big that room actually is. He'll sometimes just show you a picture and you'll see like his bench and then the shelves that you can see there where his E-model stuff is. And then there's things behind that, and it's like, it's like a weird little dimensional thing going on that I don't understand. One day I'll see that room for myself and it'll make sense.
Oh, yeah. Reece turned up here one night and he was quite surprised how big the room was. He said, I always thought you was in a little shoebox.
Yeah.
I said, no, it's a fair old size.
Only when I'm in trouble.
I said, but yeah, it's all right. It's a bit full at the moment, but
it's the right size for you.
There you go.
And the thing is, the hilarious thing is, right, and we both the same, even if you gave Festa a room that was 20 foot by 20 foot or 50 foot by 50 foot.
Yeah, that's me door to go to the outside. That's covered in pegboard. We then got where I'm sat, which is at the bench there with all the computers in front of me. That's what you can see. There's me bench down there. With all my Stream Deck and everything. In this cupboard here, there's a printer buried in there. That all slides out.
It's hidden away.
There's my fridge next to me. Then in this cupboard, let's come down the way. We've got all my paint racks as well on there. In there, it's my plotter cutter. That all slides out. Then my spray booth.
There is one cupboard that's the best cupboard.
We've then got in there, we got the Xbox, my compressor rig in there. Come up the way, you've got all the 3D printer just there. That's me filament printer. Above that is me spool holder. Then stash. There's kitchen cupboards. That's what all the monitors are mounted on. Then you got the central heating boiler.
Curse of your existence, that thing.
Yeah, cupboard with stash. Tool cupboard, 3D printers, resin, and a wash station over there with all the resin stacked in front of it. Right down the other end there is all the Warhammer shelves and raw units. Let's just tighten that up. And obviously,
for sense of scale, that's the Wileck on that shelf there. Just give people all the stuff.
I was just about to say that. Let me finish. You got the Wileck, you got the Bane Blade, and all of that lot. Then you've got stash up there, figures and stuff. These shelves are all getting redone, so that I've got to think. There's PJ's favourite build there.
Oh yeah,
The Bluey car.
For real life.
Yeah, actually, let's take that off a minute. That'll be easier than me keep twisting that. There you go. And then above me head is all me things like me foam cutter, greebles, boxes, and then me ceiling with all me tin signs on, and big industrial fans. So, yeah. Yeah, carry on, mate. And then, obviously, paint rack. Goes all the way down. All the way down.
And for anybody wondering how he gets in and out, the paint rack is the door.
Yeah, that's the door to the man cave. Yeah, let's see.
Yeah.
That's the door. But the paint rack is just deep enough. Just deep enough, he says, spinning around. Pull that forward. There you go, stuff cable cut. Just deep enough for Francie.
Because I bet there's at least one person sitting there thinking, hang on, there's no door. How do you get in?
Yeah. And then if I'm struggling to see the paint, put a light on. It says, is it switched on? But yeah, this is a light that goes all up round. Yeah. There you go. So there you go, mate. It's a pretty big room, mate.
Yeah. It is funny. It's like everything looks different on camera. I know if the one day I walk into that room, I'll be like, wow, this is not exactly how I imagined it. Even though I've seen it, like, several times a week.
Oh, yeah.
I'd still be surprised.
Put that back on the boom, Mum. Make everyone giddy otherwise.
Panzer Cat says the most important modelling tool, the obligatory mug of brew of your choice.
Exactly. And then obviously right in front of me is where the chat lives on my iPad.
Yeah.
Where
you are.
Slides
you
up
people,
underneath.
That's where you want it. And the best thing in that whole room is the way the Xbox lives in a little cupboard and slides out. It's just so
it slides out on its own shelf. It's so cool, isn't it?
Absolutely. Panzer says, a watchmaker grabber for the bendy sausage. Have I joined the Twilight Zone stream?
I see what you did.
Crystal clear for clear parts, says PJ. Yep, crystal clear.
Absolutely. So there you go. It all lights up as well because I am that sad. See?
Yep, and that's a nice little extra bit of backlight for your bench as well.
Yeah, so it really does help. So
yeah,
happy days.
Awesome. Yeah, crystal clear for your clear parts, or Revell contactor clear is just as good.
Yeah, good
there's
gloss
another one, I
varnish.
can't remember what it's called.
Let's try and get my bench cam set. So yeah, it's quite an expansive little room. I think it is 19 by 9, if I remember this room. So yeah.
Hopefully we'll see it one day in real life, and I'll be like, wow.
Yeah, Reese was quite surprised when he turned up. He said, I really thought your room was a lot smaller. Yeah.
It's funny, the thing, when you've seen something in real life that you've seen on, say, on TV all the time, it's like, that's not what it looks like.
Dave Barker turned up here once. He's been here. He was surprised. I've had a few people in the community turn up and say hello, but not since, obviously, the pandemic, because, obviously, things have changed now. But certainly before the pandemic, I used to get messages, could we pop and see you? Of course you can. My home's your home. You would have come down, say hello.
Just not unannounced. That's not cool.
Yeah. Oh, I've had that before.
That's not good.
Yeah. But, yeah, it's one of them, isn't it? I like meeting people, believe it or not. But.
Yeah. You're a very egregious fellow. We know that. Not egregious. What's the word? Gregarious. Gregarious. That's the word I'm looking for. Not
it's
egregious.
One of those. It's the fact that someone wants to come and say hello. It's like, why not? I think it's lovely. I think it's nice that they want to come and say hello. So I'm like, yeah, come and see me. I don't mind. My home's your home. I am as boring in real life as I am on the screen. Just be aware of that.
As Duncan would say, I'm very disappointing. I apologise in advance.
The one that would be funny would be Paul Stewart, because he's a hugger.
Oh, he's a right hugger, isn't he?
Yeah, of course.
You won't get away from him.
I'm not a hugger. So, yeah, I can imagine that would be like gunfight at the OK Corral. Like, you know, it'd be like, diddly-dee, wow, wow, wow.
Yeah. It'd be like those when you get two cats on the driveway. I each look like.
It's like he said, I will get you. He said, because just as you think that you've got away with it, he said, I will pounce. He said, I will get an hug. I was like, damn it. There's no chance for me, is there?
No, you're doomed. You're doomed. You're fair doomed.
He means well.
All right. Which one? Where's me 240? That'll do.
But yeah, it's surprising how much gear I've got in this room. It frightens me sometimes. It's getting a bit full at the moment because I've got a lot of builds on the go. I've got a lot of part works on the go. And when you're doing the part works, you tend to just put the box next to you because you know you've got another delivery coming. So you end up with a stack of boxes next to you and you're like, damn it, I'm getting really fed up with moving everything. But it's just how it is. Small price to pay.
Yep.
Every now and then I go on a blitz.
Part works are the space killer.
But,
especially when they start getting big and they take up a lot of space just by existing. Right
next to me, I've got a fold-up table that's got the 1/16 tank on it. You know, so that's quite a large thing to have just in the middle of the floor. But it's there because I know I can just slide the table towards me, spin round and reach it. Because me getting up and trying to carry that, I will fall over. Because as those that know me know, I don't walk unaided. So yeah,
that's not going to happen.
So that's where it lives. Lex put it there, and he's like, I don't want to see that not there because I'll know you would have had a go at moving it. And yeah.
And that's not going to happen. You'd be in trouble.
You know, quite often I'll say to him, well, next time you're downstairs, couldn't grab that in a man cave because I need to get that down off the big shelf up there. Yeah, no worries.
Who's the worst one to get told off by, Lex or H?
Lex.
Lex.
Yeah, he's worse than H. He's brutal.
Is he? Oh. No prisoners.
Yeah, it takes no prisoners, mate. Because he's got that added threat. He goes, I will tell her. Damn it.
Oh yeah, I suppose because he can call backup, can't he, with 8?
Yeah, he can call in the reinforcements, mate.
Yeah, I forgot. I didn't think about that. That's double whammy.
I've got a little set of steps that hangs on the front of the cupboard there. And he heard them because they squeak when you open them up. And he heard the squeak next door. And then it was before I got the combo lock on this door. So I thought, I know, I can get up and reach that. So I'm there with me sticks on this stool, wobbling away, trying to drop the Bane blade at the time down off the top shelf so that we could start the A.Models build. And literally I heard, and I'm like, oh no, all right. He went, what possessed you to even think that that's a good idea? Look at the state of you. And then I heard that click as his camera phone went.
Oh, no. Evidence.
I said, you ain't. He says, too late. I've sent it. So,
oh, no.
Yeah. So the steps now have duct tape around the legs taped together. He said, if I come in and find that tape broken, he said, I'm going to gut you. So, okay. And I know why they do it. They mean well because,
yeah. They mean well because you just can't be left alone for 5 minutes, can you?
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of them. And I know why they do it because I'm stupid. And I will have a go at doing things that I shouldn't.
Yeah, well, part of that is it's not easy to give up certain levels of independence for certain things, is it? It's not something you want to. It's not easy to say, oh, well, I can't do that anymore, so I'll let someone else do it. It's like
decorating, you know. I'm like, it weren't that long ago that I was up the ladder doing the hallway, you know, and
yeah.
I was looking at it the other week and I was like, do you know something that really does need, the ceiling needs repainting up there. And she looked at me and she said, you're staring at the ladder. I went, what ladder? She said, the one you're bloody staring. She said, if I come home and find you up a ladder, I will divorce you. I was like, really? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wrong response.
But yeah. But I must admit, I was thinking, yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
I'm stupid enough to think that I can climb up the ladder and repaint the ceiling in a 3-story house. Yeah.
Well, it's no different to, like, you know, the classic dilemma of when, you know, Grandpa. It's that kind of, we're going to have that conversation with Grandpa when we take the car keys off him. You know, it's that kind of thing. But
yeah,
you know, you can't do the things you always enjoyed doing, like the decorating or the.
Yeah, it's frustrating. You know, don't get me wrong. It does frustrate me when I see other people doing what I was doing not so long back.
Yeah.
I'm all right with wallpapering, but obviously doing the long drops in the landing, I'm not allowed to do.
No, and it's
I can
not
paste
easy
it up
to say.
And hand it to Lex. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah, and it's unreasonable to expect someone to be like, right, you can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, no,
it's like anything, right? If I was to say to Helen, go up, pick Fox up and drive into Basingstoke, I know full well you would be the world's worst passenger. Because anyone that drives any form of vehicle, plane, train, automobile, bike, bus or whatever, when you're being driven by someone else, they're never as good as you are behind the wheel. And it's a bit like the decorating. When I have to hand it over to someone else, I'm stood there going, oh, don't forget, get the bubble out. I'm a nightmare.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I'm fine as a passenger because I'm happy just to sit there and let somebody else do all the work. So
yeah,
thankfully, I'm not a bad passenger like that. But no, I know what you mean, though.
But yeah, it is one of them. So that's what I find difficult. It's, you know, I taught Lex how to decorate. I taught Cal how to decorate. How to wire plugs, they both know how to do that. They can change wall sockets, light switches, you know, they know it because I showed them when I was able to. At the time, they kept saying, why are you showing us this? I said, there's going to be a time when my condition prevents me from doing these tasks. So it's best I show you now so that you can learn them and take over.
Yep.
You know, I will still sit here and paint 6-panel doors with a gloss brush because I love doing that. I'm sad. I need to get a life. I do like glossing paintwork and stuff like that. So.
Things you like to do. There's things you like to do.
Yeah, H don't mind me doing that sort of stuff because it's low level. But if she was to walk in and see me stood on a ladder overhanging the 3-story staircase, painting the COVID on the ceiling, she would go spastic at me, mate.
Oh, absolutely. You'd be a dead man walking.
She would go ballistic because I've breached the promise, haven't I, that I made, which is I won't do ladder work. So.
And you would kind of deserve it.
Absolutely, and I know that. Still don't stop me from thinking about doing it.
No.
I'd be lying if I said it did, because they're at the Oval tomorrow, and I thought, do you know something? I could just get up there and do that. She won't notice. She will. She'll notice.
The thing is, though, when it's something that you've done for that long anyway, that part of it is just, you just think, oh, I could do that, and you don't think that it's not something you can do anymore.
But the deterrent factor is if something did happen, it's not the fact that I would injure myself that's the problem. It's the fact that when I've recovered, I have to explain my actions.
Yeah. It's the fact that you wouldn't die that would be the problem.
And I understand it. I totally respect them and why they like it. I totally get that. But like she said, it's nice that you're resistant, she said, because it means you haven't given up.
Yeah, you're being feisty about it.
She said, I still have to put my foot down just because I know, she said, your determination sometimes clouds your better judgment.
Yeah.
Which I think is a polite way of saying you're an idiot.
Yeah, well, that and it's also a case of being an idiot paired with being stubborn and fiercely independent. Never. You know, you're the kind of person that will be the bane of the existence of any care home staff.
Absolutely. Edward says, I need to split. Thanks for the stream. I'll try and watch. Catch up. Cheers, everyone. I mean, Edward will back this up before he goes. You know, he's got a bad back. But he's still tried to do things today, bless him, that, you know, and that's what keeps you going, isn't it?
Yeah. It makes sense.
Yeah, but I am daft. I am that person that is.
Yeah,
see that red button that says do not press. I will go over there and press it.
Do you know what? I thought of you the other day. I was watching a video And it was a soldier from an army, let's just say.
Yeah.
A soldier from an army that nobody likes at the moment.
Oh, right,
and
yeah.
And he was saying, I've seen some dumb stuff, he said, and the dumbest thing I ever saw, I've seen some like dumb traps and things to catch people with landmines and grenades and traps and stuff. And he said, and the dumbest thing I ever saw was a guy in our troop, and there was a tree. We're in the middle of the woods, and there's a tree with a doorbell on it.
Oh, no.
And he said, he went and pressed it, and it triggered a grenade bouquet and killed him. And he said, so, and I'm like,
what did he expect? Yeah.
It's like, what did he expect? But then the guy who was filming it, who was quiet behind the camera, said, I'd press it. And I'm thinking, that's Festa behind the camera, I'd press it.
Yeah.
And he said they played on it. He said, I knew, the moment I saw it, I thought, I knew somebody's going to press that, because you're going to go, oh, why is there a doorbell ring? Yeah. But it's the way the cameraman just quietly went, I'd press it.
Well, it's a bit like what you say to Ted, isn't it? You know, don't press the buttons, Ted. And he sits there and he's like, click. And then he's disappeared. It's like, he pressed it. He's gone and pressed it. That one that we said don't press, he's gone and pressed it. And then he comes back all meek. Then he goes, sorry about that, guys. I may have pressed that.
It's the way it just disappears. Beep. It's like, yeah, there goes Ted.
Yeah. I found another squig.
Have you?
Yeah, look. Just sat up under there. See him?
Looking really grumpy.
Brilliant. Oh, that's mint.
It's nice when you find extra squigs.
Yeah.
Can I call you the Squig Finder General?
Yeah, Squig Whisperer.
I'm going to. I don't know why I'm asking you. I'm going to call you that now anyway. You are the Squig Finder General now. I love the fact they always look so grumpy sometimes as well. But my favourite is the little flat bomb squig. That is just the best thing ever.
Yeah. We are doing well as well. The half-2 finish is going to turn into the half-3 finish, folks.
Oh, good God. It's 3:15 for crying out loud.
Yeah, so we will finish at 3:30, folks. But yeah. Sorry, mate, carry on.
The best thing I ever saw was Louise Sugden, who was one of the GW painting team, the video team. She put a picture up on Twitter at one point, and she'd basically taken that little flat bomb squig, and she'd ignored the rest of the kit completely.
Yeah.
And just put that flat bomb squig onto a little base, little whatever millimeter base, and give it a little bit of scenery around it. And that was the entire model, just the flat bomb squig.
I've got the one on the little mono wheel that I did, and he just, he sat there on his own little base. It's like,
I broke me chain in half.
So cool. A little engine on his backside with a wheel instead of legs. It's like, that's got to have its own base. Thoroughly enjoyed that little squig, I must admit.
Yeah.
I need to get out more.
I just snapped my chain. Oh, well.
Oh, you didn't, you spud.
Well, it's a really feeble little chain with a dirty, great big mould line down the middle that you have to sand our way, and it's like,
chain of death.
Yeah, it's actually not a very well molded chain. It's a bit clunky.
What we got going on there?
Best chain I've ever seen.
I've got to do that side of that. Painted. But I got quite engrossed this week in just prepping Ringo and getting the old Proxon cutter out and cutting the base for it and settling with that. I thoroughly enjoyed that. And
making your little walls.
Yeah, it's now getting to that stage where I can start trying to blend the two environments into one, and a few folks said, is that going to be finished this week? It's like, that's a lot of work still to do on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like I say, it's just an enjoyable process, isn't it? It's different.
Weathering takes time.
It's what I want to get into. Very early days of learnage, but certainly stimulated my mind.
Yeah, because I mean, making a shiny car, it's nice enough, nothing wrong with it, but it's 10% of the process. Weathering adds an extra 20% of the process. Weathering adds an extra 80% of fun. To me, anyway. To me, it's like, well, you made this model, but that's like not even half the project. Got loads of stuff you can do on that now. Why stop now? Do more.
Yeah, but it's different things for different folks.
Yeah,
You know, at the end of the day, that's for me what makes this hobby so enjoyable. It's because there's different techniques, there's different genres that people build, there's different facets that people get out of the hobby, and I enjoy that.
Facets, you say?
Facets, yeah. Not ordinary sets, facets.
I snapped my chain in half.
Oh, you
Didn't I?
pilch. Yeah.
Well, hey. It's not my fault.
Oh, Lammerkins. Big boy did it and run away.
Yeah.
Just pop that in there.
I can fix it. I've got the technology. Maybe.
See what he did there.
It's really desperate. I can just put some easy line around it. You know what I mean?
Man's best friend. Bit of easy line, mate.
Yep.
Oh, let's have a swig of drink. And then do a quick looky look in the chat. And then we'll get ready to do a wrap.
Yeah.
Panzer says, time for me to go back to work. Enjoy your weekend. No worries, Pans. You take care, mate.
Yep, take care, buddy.
Thanks for coming in and saying hello.
Absolutely.
Betsy said, this is why Festa can't be the PM. It'd come on the news to explain he accidentally blew up Alton Towers with a nuke because he just had to press the button.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is that, mate. Yeah, there is that. Oh, what's in this briefcase? Oh, look, shiny. Oh, what's that one do?
Well, blowing up Alton Towers, not the greatest loss in the world.
Yeah.
Alton Towers, one of those things that when you're a kid, it's the best thing ever. When you're an adult,
Not your thing then, no?
it was as a kid. But when you're an adult, you realise that a lot of the rides, at least going back 10 years, a lot of rides are kind of shonky.
Yeah.
The best thing about Alton Towers was the little donut machines that made the little crispy donuts. The little thin.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
You
you
see
got
him
me wanting them now.
You
Yeah.
see them getting pooped out. They go poop into the and oh. Well, we used to have a thing where we'd go there, and they had both the hot dogs and the crispy little donuts they used to make. And the trick was, I can't remember what the number. Well, we had a set number of donuts and a set number of hot dogs you had to eat, and if you didn't eat that set number, you had to go on the pathetic swans.
Yeah.
Which were the little swan-shaped boats that went round this little tiny boating pool dead slowly for little kids. And you're like, if you can't eat like 20 donuts and 10 hot dogs, you have to go on the pathetic swans. Or if you didn't get the grab crane.
Yeah.
When you got to be an adult, that's the kind of fun you had. When you're a kid, it's great, don't get me wrong.
Punishment is you've got to sit and ride the teacups.
Yeah.
What we did at Euro Disney for anyone that bottled the roller coaster, right? You know where you got to go. You've got to go and ride the teacups for an hour. Oh.
Do we have to? Yes.
It's the one thing I miss, believe it or not, doing roller coasters. I used to be
roller coasters are always fun.
I used to be a bit of a roller coaster tart. I'll clean it up. And I did like going on all the super duper roller coasters, you know. And yeah,
Nothing wrong with a good roller coaster ride.
Can't do that now. But my days of roller coastering are over.
I like the one they got last time I went to Alton Towers. The one they got where you sit on it and your legs are hanging down. That was quite good.
Yeah.
I went on the black hole one.
Rock and Roller Coaster at Disney World, and the Aerosmith one. And then there was another one that fired you through like a torpedo. The G-force on it was phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was Star Wars. I think that's what it was called.
I used to like the one at Alton Towers where it'd spin round and you'd stick to the wall.
Oh, yeah, the centrifuge.
The gravitron, or whatever it was called.
Yeah, gave you that centrifugal effect, yeah.
Yeah. And then I went on all the different like roller coasters and stuff like the black hole and all those kind of things. And do you know the one time I got injured on a ride in Alton Towers?
Oh, right.
Was the cat and mouse ride in the little kiddie section.
Oh, no. That can only happen.
Because we went on that for a joke, right? It's this little kiddie's roller coaster that goes dead slowly. But for some reason, every time it gets to the corner, it would do like a sharp 90-degree turn. And there was no padding on those little cars, and I'd be slamming my shoulder into the side of it, and he'd be like, "Oh God, this is so uncomfortable." I put my shoulder out.
Oh, you start.
But it's just because they were like the turn. It was only slow, but the turns were so sharp. I don't know what it was. It was like bang, bang, bang on the side of the car.
Oh, mate, that can only happen to you, mate.
Yeah. I can't remember what the hell it was.
Yeah, everyone's saying good night to Panzer. What else is there? Edward says, sorry for the person that asked a serious question. We're a bunch of goons. I don't see your question. Are you streaming somewhere else other than YouTube? Yeah. Definitely, yeah, crystal clear for the clear parts. Yeah, that is a must. I do like that stuff.
Yep. Or any canopy glue.
Yeah, any canopies, glues. I've got contact to clear, crystal clear. Obviously, bare metal foiling. I love seeing good. Thinking of Edward made me think of that. You know, proper old school bare metal foil. I love doing that.
For your like unpainted fighter planes and stuff.
Oh yeah, Betsy comes up with a classic one. Decal solutions, set and soul. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Microsol.
Edward says the checkbook. That's a good tool for the modelling.
Oh yeah. God, do you even do checks anymore?
Do you know? I don't know. I don't know whether checks is a thing. Is cash still a thing? Because you know.
Yeah, cash is a thing. Yeah. I was clearing out some stuff a few weeks ago, just some document folders and stuff when I was throwing a load of stuff out. And I opened this one folder, there's like a million checkbooks from like 1990 onwards for me. And I'm like, I just kept all the old checkbook stubs. I'm like, what am I going to do with them now?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know where I've put them now, but I put them somewhere.
Yeah, old checkbook stubs from the mid-'80s. It's like, yeah, why do I keep them in the man drawer?
Yeah.
Actually, it's like, how many of us, right, when you get your new bank card come through, how many of us not only scratch our signature off and zigzag across the strip, but we cut the card into micro dot scarred pieces.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know, if you turned up in a shop with a Visa card that was held together like that with duct tape, you wouldn't take it, would you? But we still sit there cutting it into minuscule numbers.
Yeah, just to kind of break it down.
Yeah. One of them, innit? We all do it.
Oh, yeah. Right, I think I'll have to put some easy line over that chain just to hide the shunky join.
I told you you'd get the easy line out. I knew you would.
Yeah, only a little bit, though.
I know you so well.
Or I might not, actually. I don't know.
Have you got it on tonight, anyway, geez?
I have built a big chunk of the body and some of the saddle.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
Dude. The actual legs of the dude is already on there. There's still a load left to do. I'm only on step. Ironically, I'm afraid I'm only on step 1E. I'm still basically on step 1.
You're not going to break records, are you?
No, I'll get the build finished over the weekend, maybe.
Yeah.
But no, it looks quite big. I'm keeping in mind, of course, as I'm building it, what I can put together that isn't going to need to be painted. Yeah. That's going to make painting difficult or easy. So
I've barely done anything really other than paint or base paint me squigs and me orcs.
It's also looking good. Nice skin on them.
Yeah, started them. Couple of different shades and stuff started on them. Just to start getting them there.
You've done a lot because it's not a simple job painting.
Yeah, dry brushing all the squigs for the squig guns and bringing out details. Got all the teeth to do on them next. And then
what shade did you use on the skin? Did you use green shade or a brown shade?
On what? The skin?
On the orc skin, yeah.
I haven't shaded them yet, mate. That's just different paint layers, yeah.
Oh, right, cool. Looks like you shaded them. You might not need shade them.
I've not even put a shade on there yet, mate. And then obviously micro squig.
That's so cool.
Yeah, little micro squig. But yeah.
Lumpy looking fella.
So yeah, that's now base painted. There's a little bit of dry brushing started on some of the squigs, but then now it's going to be detail, 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 and different shades and blends and washes and stuff. So yeah. So yeah, easy peasy, isn't it?
We've all been doing orcs tonight. Or orcs and orcs.
Yeah, don't mean to say that I'm going to end up doing just Warhammer. It's just what's on the bench at the moment because I want to catch up on all my other builds. And I've got about 40 different kits to paint. So, yeah.
Whatever tickles your fancy at the time.
Absolutely. But, yeah, The Bluey car might come out at some point because I've got the base to build on that.
I must finish mine.
So, yeah, be aware that we might end up doing a catch-up on that and where we're at with it, because it's been a while. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I've been doing, mate.
Nice. Yeah, that Bluey car, I'll probably just dig mine out at some point and just paint it. And just finish it one day. Get it done.
I thought you had painted it.
No, I've got the rust down and stuff, but I've never got past that. So
yeah, like I say, for me, it's just finishing off the base and then I can ship it to its owner. So yeah,
yep.
There you go.
To its forever home.
Exactly. So yeah, that's where we're at. So we'll call it a wrap there for the night, so that I can go and have me din-dins and chill down. So massive thanks again for your support, folks. Thank you all for your super chats. It really does help keep this coming. It really does.
Oh, yeah.
You'd be surprised. It literally pays the bill. So massive thank you for that. So, yeah, I'll be back Sunday with Dangerous, doing the Sunday at the Bench show. So there you go. I won't be streaming Monday because Helen goes in for her surgery Monday, and I am going to be quite on edge, so it's better I don't go live that night.
Yeah, no, you'll be too busy looking at her.
Provisionally, I hope to be back Wednesday next week for the e-models, but it's provisional at the moment. Obviously, if H needs me, I need to put her first, so just bear that in mind, folks.
Yeah. May or may not do the Wednesday stream.
Yeah, exactly. It's not. I can't guarantee that it'll happen, so yeah.
No.
So, yeah, other than that, stay safe and well, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll catch up with you Sunday. It's goodbye from me.
Adios amoebas from me.
And we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye for now.
Bye.
It's your fault, you.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down,